Bond is actually there. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Where is James Bond? He's hiding. He's been to the beach. It is too hot for Brosnan. He is within reach.
Oh, hi.
Here is James Bond. There goes James Bond. Down goes James Bond. Up goes James Bond.
Talking of which, actually, I've got a question about social media for you.
Stop
What are you
laughing
laughing
at him.
He's massive and he looks really grumpy.
I've never seen you look grumpy like that, Dred.
That is that is accurate.
Yeah.
Go on,
This is a live video link to Dredge's actual face. Here we go, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you know the words, sing along at home, okay? Last show of the week, we want to hear you all singing.
Two lost lands, old hands, find a man, not a man, understand his daddy's son of Sam, man, hey, they found the Lord of Pain. Dark words overheard, nickel twist, rush bird, demon bird, doom heard, me and Stevie Gutenberg, liar, in the wake of fire. Satan, can you hear us? We are on our way. I just like you are praised today. That's the Akamai way.
It's the Acolyte way. It's the Acolyte way. Over yonder, it's the Acolyte way. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Oh, pretty baby. Oh, welcome to the show. We started a fire, but I've noticed the fire draws the focus off the camera. So tonight we might just watch a fire in focus and two old twats out of focus.
Fuzzy. Everyone needs a bit of fuzzy on a Friday. Come on.
Lance says, is that a real fire? Is that a real question? Yeah, it's a real fire.
Yeah.
First one of the season. First one of the season. Before we realise it might take the focus away from us.
I think it's worth it.
Tell these sad sacks, not these sad sacks, tell these beautiful. And by the way, this weekend I'm loading up all of my. I might do some while we're on air. We're loading up all of the hotkeys. So hang on a minute, it's not plugged in. Hang on. Why don't you do all this before the show? Because this is content. This is what people want to see. They want to see the guy from the jungle cocking up technology. Good evening, cocksmudgers, says Dell. So we got this at the moment. Oh no, not that one.
I'd like to butter, please.
We got this, right?
I'd
like to butter, please.
That idiot's coming to stay with me tomorrow night.
Can you turn the faders up?
I like the mushy peas.
So I've got tomorrow. I'm gonna. Patsy's on my lap. Tomorrow, I am going to
It's the usual course of
load
events.
up all of the classic clips, and maybe Monday we'll have a classic clip off.
Can't wait for that. Are you going to do doorbells or knockers? Knockers are better.
Doorbells.
Yes, I've got all of those to come. Good evening, dear listener. My name is Ian Lee. I stole some strawberries in the jungle. I've still yet to establish who on earth you are.
Catherine Boyle. We worked together for 8 years.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I was a journalist.
And she had a journalistic license
Revoked.
revoked.
We don't want to discuss that. It was deserved.
It's a phone-in show on Twitch. It's the only phone-in show on Twitch. Don't think, think. Oh, I could have done something funny here. Think more Nickelodeon, less Nick Abbott, less Nick Ferrari.
Okay.
Think more,
Nick Berry.
less Nick Ferrari. Think more wee Jimmy Cranky than James O'Brien. That's not bad. It's not a bad game, this, is it? Think...
Just think.
No, hang on a minute. Think more Dan Dare, less Dan Wootton.
Dan Dare.
Think more. I'm trying to think of a nice person called Julia. And do you know what? I can't think of any.
Sawalha.
Think more Julia Sawalha, less Julia Hartley Brewer.
God.
You're right, Snowflakes. Yes, Stu, I did see the picture of the Granada cinema that you sent. Phone calls coming in thick and fast.
Oh, 7 unbanned requests to be considered
Busy
later
show
on in the
tonight.
show. I
We'll
cannot wait.
tell you what is coming up. Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand? I'm very, very well, Joe. I don't know if you get the reference. I'm quoting Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I've got that on my life there.
Oh.
Hey, Joe, with that gun in your hand.
Hey, you're going to go down and shoot your woman.
Don't do that.
That's the line. That's the song. That's the song.
I know.
Anyway, Joe, I'm assuming you're not going to go and sue a woman. Barely hear the caller. Oh, of course you can't. You've not got the caller thing up. You can hear him now. Joe, talk to us. You're the first caller of the last show of this week. It's show 69, guys.
Let's make it count.
Show 69. Let's do this.
Is that a reference to... Oh, 69 anyway, yeah. But,
It's a reference to 69, yes. The number. I don't know what else you mean.
I've been up and down the last 2 years, but you've always been stable in my life,
Hey, thank you, man.
Ian. I don't know into my past year, after when I slipped after 3 years sober, I just all went downhill. Due to Nick Abbott not being on tonight, and I'm watching Nacho Libre at the moment.
I was disappointed with Nacho Libre. I've got it. I'm on top of it now. He's back. Sorry, I had it on the wrong setting for a minute. I was disappointed with Nacho Libre. It had, because I love Jack Black. I thought it was a decent film. I was expecting it to be a really good film.
Well, that's the first time I've seen Jack Black. I'm not a Jack Black fan, but
You've never seen Jack Black? Oh,
Never
that's
seen School of Rock?
I don't know. It's just
School
a funny,
of Rock's a belter.
funny, crazy film.
He's good, Jack Black. Well, I've got fall down. Joe, allow yourself to fall down a Jack Black rabbit hole. You know, there's some great stuff out there with him in.
Can you name me one more to watch?
Catherine's just named School of Rock.
School of Rock's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
What about Shallow Hal?
I've heard of that. Is that a horror film?
No.
I've not seen Shallow Hal.
No, it's a romantic comedy with him and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
So he's got a good genre out there of acting talent. So this is
If you want something that's not,
sidekick.
if you want something that's not quite so wacky and is a little bit more cerebral but still beautiful, Be Kind, Rewind. That's a lovely film about a video store. That's a lovely film. Jumanji, the Jumanji remakes. Well, thank you, Raymond. Of course.
Jumanji's a bit like Lost. I'm watching Lost at the moment. I've started that from series 1.
Okay. Oh gosh, I was supposed to be doing that, wasn't I? I forgot. Yes. Anyway, Joe, sorry, we've meandered a bit, which is the nature of the show and is delightful and wonderful and what we do. How are you? So you, for those who missed Joe due to my technical incompetence, Joe's been up and down. But how are you right this second, man?
On the level.
Beautiful.
I've been in 2 rehabs this year. One in Blackpool when I got back from Lanzarote after crashing my hire car. Drink driving after falling off the wagon for 3 years sober. And then I went straight back to work. Got a few more months sober. Went a bit mental again. And then I've just come back from Liverpool rehab. And now I'm trying to get sober. My sober date's going to be Monday. I've only had a couple of days today, but before that it was vodka, pass out, vodka.
Yep, that's the pattern.
But now I'm all right now.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're all right
Again.
today. All you've got to do today is get your head on the pillow sober, and you've got another day under the belt.
Right.
Good luck, man.
One more. Can I ask
go
you a
on.
question?
Of course you can.
Could you just unblock me on Twitter, please?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, man.
Joe Bowers. He is Joe Bowers. But here's the thing, right? I will unblock you on Twitter, but and I know you will probably think that I blocked you This is one of the few ones I remember because I've unblocked you before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just said something that I didn't like, and it wasn't. I don't think the last one was a particularly massive thing. I just didn't like it, or it was unhelpful, or whatever. So it was, you know.
Well, it was from the place it was coming from, Ian. You didn't understand where it was coming from. You misinterpreted it.
Well, okay. I would say back to you. You did a bad job of phrasing it in that case.
Yeah.
Well, remind me. Well, you obviously remember exactly what it was. Go.
No, I don't know. No idea. I think it was about,
then, but what made you think I misinterpreted it then? Then maybe I interpreted it.
It was something about bisexuality or homosexuality or something like that.
Well, you obviously do remember. You obviously do remember it better than I
It was
remember.
something about sexuality, but I'm not sure what. And it wasn't offensive. It was just off the cuff, sarcasm.
It wasn't offensive to you.
Oh no!
No.
It was offensive to one of your other callers or someone else that was listening. I got a lot of grief actually from that.
Go on.
I think it was about lesbian people.
Lesbian people, yes.
Trans people, something like that.
Right.
But I
And
didn't
you got a
mean it.
lot. You got a lot of. You didn't mean it. You got a lot of grief off other people, and you think maybe I misunderstood it.
Do you know when you say something, you fell down a well or something like that? I know that definitely happened, but other people might think that you're messing about. So
The falling down the well is different from saying something that could be understood as, I'm guessing, transphobic.
no, except I'm not. No, I'm not.
Well,
even that way.
no. I'm not saying you're transphobic. I'm saying that the fact that I chose to block you, okay, maybe I misunderstood it, but then you've said yourself you got loads of grief from other people. Well, that says to me that that you phrased it in such a way that other people were offended by it.
Off
And
the
I
back
don't
of you
like
blocking
any
me,
of
though,
the.
Steve.
I don't.
Got
Sorry.
off the back of you. Sorry, just off the back of you blocking me. Then they.
So they were sending you abuse because I blocked you.
Yeah, they piled on.
So the tweets that you got weren't about your transphobic comment. They were about me blocking you.
I don't think they were trans. I don't know what they were.
No. That's not the question. The tweets that you got piling on
Yeah.
weren't about the tweet that you made. The tweets that you got piling on were specifically about me blocking you.
They were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that."
Then that's not about me blocking you. That's about your tweet.
Yeah, they're agreeing with you, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that."
Right. Well, that's not about me blocking you. That's about your tweet.
Yeah, but I've only got about 1,000 followers.
Well, hey, listen. How they found that tweet in a public forum is irrelevant. You're now criticising. You're now critical of the fact that I probably retweeted it. Well, that's different. They pile. If anyone piled on, I'm assuming it was because of the content of the tweet, not the fact that I blocked you, which is what you just said it was. You just said it was that they piled on because I blocked you, and a little bit of questioning has shown that wasn't the case.
But I'm holding my hands up and saying, yeah, I shouldn't have said it without. If it was in a room full of friends of people that knew who I was, and knew that I was a massive liberal and a massive, I'm friends with anybody, that would have been a joke. It would have been, imagine Joe saying that about.
But we don't know. Here's the thing. You know what you said, and we don't know what you said.
And you don't know what I meant by it either.
No. It's irrelevant what you meant. We don't know what you said.
I don't either. This is great radio, isn't it? Are we on radio?
No.
We're on Twitch.
Sorry, then.
We're on Twitch.
Brilliant. Well, can you just unblock me then, please?
No, I'm going to say no.
You said yes a minute ago.
I know, but then I changed my mind because of your reaction and what you said.
But we're both in the rooms, man.
Doesn't matter.
Really?
In the rooms, it is not that we have to unblock each other on Twitter. Hey, listen, I'm happy to take your calls. I'm happy to talk to you here. I'm happy for you to join the chat there. But I'm choosing to keep you blocked on Twitter, which is as is my right.
You're still here from Rainbow George?
No. Oh, he sent an email the other day, but I only noticed because I checked my spam. They go straight to my spam.
I'm a subscriber anyway on your new thing.
Thank you. That's appreciated. That's great. And I'm happy to talk to you on the calls, and I'm happy to talk to you in the chat if I spot it. That's brilliant. And I've seen you in the chat. But I am making the decision to keep you blocked on Twitter. And I would not.
Did I have to find what I said?
Sorry?
Can I find what I said?
Yep. Go on.
No, I don't know. I will.
Okay.
It was about 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't about 10 years ago. What? That I blocked you on Twitter?
No, it was a couple of. When was it?
I would imagine it was in the last 12 months. It wasn't 10 years ago.
I'll try and find it, but it's a petty thing.
To
It's
you?
like me.
To you?
Yeah.
It's a petty thing to you.
What
I
meant
obviously
by-
thought it was worth banning for, and other people obviously thought it was worth calling out.
Well, yeah, can't argue with that. Then. Can't argue with that. All right. Nick Abbott's not on tonight. Worm did.
By the way, it's just a thing of manners. It's not great. It's not great. It doesn't make me feel great saying I'm only listening to you because Nick Abbott's not on. It's kind of an extra bit of information that I don't really need to know.
Yeah, because you hurt me, and so I'm trying to lash out at you.
Well, no. This was the first thing you said when you called in at the start of the call. Was you're listening because Nick Abbott's not on. And I haven't hurt you. I can't hurt you. You've allowed yourself to be hurt. You've allowed yourself to be hurt. I can't affect how you feel.
You can play a part in it, though.
No, I can't. I can't. You choose how you react and how you feel to your environment.
No, to a certain extent, yeah, but not 100%.
Yeah. If you feel upset, that's come from you. And you need to try and work out why you feel upset. I haven't done anything that I cannot upset you. I would suggest, I'm guessing here, after 8 weeks at a counselling course, I'm guessing it's rejection, that you don't like rejection.
No. The counselling course isn't working, because if I'm in a room with two ladies feeding me grapes, I'm in a different frame of mind to if I'm in a room with two men.
Are you pissed
hitting me
now?
up the head with a hammer.
Are you pissed now? Because the counselling course is working, but I say it's like week 8 of a 5-term course, and what you've just said is, with respect, is completely irrelevant bollocks.
It's not, is it?
The thing about the grapes, women feeding you grapes, I've got no idea what that's about, and I'm not really interested. And isn't it funny? I didn't even finish the sentence about rejection, and you came straight in saying, no, your course isn't working. So I would suggest that you might have something to look at there about rejection.
I'm just saying. But you can't. I can make you feel different. It's all about in your head, how you feel. That's nonsense. Other people can make you, put you in a frame of mind that you can feel other things rather than
No,
love.
they can't. They can't. And it took me a long time to learn that. Well, okay, they can't.
So if you're in a loving family, when you're getting brought up, and you're getting fed, and you're getting read books, and you're getting tucked into bed, or if you're in a relationship, or you're a kid when...
It's different when you're a kid. It is different when you're a kid, because as a kid, you don't have the experience. I'm speaking as a grown-up. As a grown-up, the way you react... Here's the thing. Some people call me a cunt, right? Generally, it's nothing to me. Sometimes I feel really upset and really less than. That comes from me, because it could be two different, but it comes from within me. Funny you went back to talking about being a kid as well. Joe, you know what the problem is, Joe.
No, but if you're in a room with people calling you a cunt all day, every day, 24 hours a day, and then there's other people in the room saying, oh, you're great, you are. Look at you, you're amazing. You're going to feel differently in each situation.
Not necessarily. No, well, you're not. It's entirely. Joe. With respect, you are wrong, and what you are doing is you are handing over responsibility to other people. I would suggest you try and be responsible for yourself.
Well, you're wrong.
It's not a great argument.
Well, I've won anyway, so I'm not bothered.
You've won. Okay, you've won. I don't know what the game was. I feel like I'm playing chess and you're playing Uno, but okay, you've won.
With Jack Black.
Are you pissed?
Not yet, no.
Because you're talking nonsense.
Not that much. Am I talking absolute nonsense?
Not absolute nonsense, but quite a lot of it is aggressive, is very random.
Defensive, maybe, not aggressive.
No, it's aggressive. It's not offensive. You've not said anything offensive.
Not defensive.
Okay, well maybe defensive, but it's sounding aggressive.
Me. I feel like you're attacking me, Ian.
Okay, and I think you should think about why you feel like that.
Because I've reached out, held an olive branch open, and you just shoved it back in my face.
Rejection. I haven't shoved it back in your face.
I was adopted when I was 6
Here we
months
go.
old.
Here we go. Now we're getting there.
What's that got to do with rejection?
Oh, come on. Why were you up for adoption?
Why not? Something to do, isn't it?
Why were you up for adoption?
My mum was 16, Scottish.
And she rejected you?
No, this is fuck. I'm back in touch with this, yeah. Quite back in touch with when I fell off the wagon.
Okay.
And,
well, that's great. But she rejected you as a baby or a kid, however old you were.
No, she wanted the best for me.
Yeah, so she rejected you.
What? She didn't kick me out in the street. She's tried to get me back as well.
If you are unable to see how it can be interpreted that a parent, for whatever noble reasons, right? I ain't criticising her at all, but a parent putting their baby up, their kid up for adoption, if you cannot consciously see how that is a rejection.
Yeah, because she didn't have a choice. So
we don't always. Okay, Joe, we're going round in circles. Thank you for.
She didn't choose. She didn't go. All right, I don't want him.
You don't always have to choose to make the. You don't always have to choose to for it to be seen as rejection.
No. What I'm saying to her is, she didn't want to give me up.
I'm sure she was a great woman. I'm sure she was a great woman and in a very difficult situation.
I was taken from her. She didn't give me up.
I'm sure she was a great woman in a very difficult situation.
And she did everything she could to get me back.
I'm sure she was a great woman in a very difficult situation.
This is my mum you're talking about, by the way. Be careful.
I'm sure she was a great woman in a very difficult situation.
Right. It wasn't her idea.
What did I say that was offensive about your mum?
That she gave me up. That she rejected me.
Okay. Why is that offensive?
Rejection's not a nice thing, is it?
It's not, is it?
No.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel like we've connected a little bit better.
No. How are you? No. Forget me. Forget us. The question is very specific. How are you feeling right now?
Calm. So I've got a picture of my birth mother there right in front of me who I've met.
That's Gestalt. Listen, Joe, it's nice talking to you, man. I wish you luck.
You're laughing at me now?
No, I'm not laughing at you.
No, okay.
023-286-6370. Welcome to the show. Can I go and blow on the fire? I think I have
wish
already.
You would.
Hello, Kath. I forgot you were there.
Oh, it's all right. You were busy.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Since we started talking to Joe there, we've got another unban request come in. I don't know whether that's a coinky dink or what, but there we go. If you want to give us a call, you can do. You can call us about anything. Little pro tip, if you're going to apologise, and know why you're apologising. Yeah.
Roger says, well, that was uncomfortable. Teb says, that was insane. St. John's election stuff isn't driving me nuts because I can't do more than I already did with my vote. Well done. Dr. Ian O. Felix Diamond Lee. Admiral Caff Ulysses Xavier,
yeah.
Boyle. I think Ian realised his error, so tracked it back. I didn't realise any error. Limmy is a wank, so do you know what?
He's suggesting the rejection's the wrong word. I think you're misunderstanding what he was driving at.
Limmy, thank you very much. I don't like your name, so goodbye. Time Terrapin, thank you for the bit. I'm doing well, St. John. I'm doing very well. Today's been a great day. Really interesting call. I remember that gentleman very well. One of the few blocks I remember very well. About to be a 9 unban request, said Matty. You're right. That call went as I imagined a call would go. And I don't want to talk about him while he's not here, but,
No.
but just as that call went as I imagined it would from our Twitter interactions.
Exactly. Do you see sometimes why Twitter isn't the best way for people to communicate?
There you go. Joe says, I feel better for that. Thanks, Ian. You're welcome. Right, we've got 2 missed calls. We've got James and we've got Gatford. So let's do this and then we'll kind of set up the show. Oh, I do have to do business. We do play. Actually, let me just take this. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello there. Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Is this Chris?
Yes.
Okay, Chris. Could you turn Twitch off, please, mate?
Oh, I do apologise. Sorry, Ian.
Okay, just to say we're going to play some adverts now, dear viewers. If you subscribe, you will not see the adverts. Yes.
Am I still talking now?
It sounds like it. I can hear the words, Catherine.
No, you said you were going to play adverts, so I was going to be quiet then.
Oh, no, it's not the radio. We can play adverts and still carry on.
Oh, I do.
What's going on, Chris?
I tell you what. Right.
No, what's going on? Talk to me.
I do enjoy the quiz you do on a Thursday evening. Oh, it makes me smile, Catherine.
Good.
I tell you, you want to get that lad on again who plays Connect 4? That was hilarious, that was.
It was good, the Connect 4, but apparently he went to bed early.
It was.
Yeah, I did. It's a good job we didn't need a decider.
Connect 4 was great.
It was. I used to play that as a kid.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You can get it on your phone. I like playing it I play it on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he has different settings, right? So, like 10 different levels, and level 9 is unbeatable. Maybe we'll have some Connect 4 in it. Maybe we'll find a. Can someone find like a Connect 4 IO or Connect 4 kind of free Java game?
What do you mean 11? I tell you what I used to. You're big into your
Louise?
Old Space.
Old Space. Yes, I love Old Space. Old Space is old.
No.
It's billions of years old.
What? Old Space?
Old Space Invaders.
Oi, what? What?
See, I used to like. I was very good at Pac-Man. Oh, we went on level 9 then. We did. I got thrown out of the shop for playing that. I did. So I'm glad you like playing.
My kids love Pac-Man, right? Because I've got a little Pac-Man unit, and they love playing it. It really is one of the few old games that they go straight to.
Oh.
I'm still talking. And if we go into an arcade, I was so thrilled. We went into an arcade once, and they both went to the Pac-Man machine first, and then they said, "Daddy, show us how it's done."
Oh.
You show off.
Yep.
You show off.
Yep, I do. I am. What you got for us, Chris? We've got a busy show tonight.
I can't remember how to play Pac-Man anymore.
Okay.
I can't. It's like doing one.
What, up the bum?
Anyway. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oi. What do you mean?
Hey, what do you mean? Chris, we got anything else before we move on?
I only said that because I enjoy your show on a Thursday.
All right, Chris, is there anything,
Thursday.
and I use the word else, and I realise it's superfluous. Is there anything else before we carry on? Because we've got to get on with the show.
How do you spell superfluous?
Well, there's no such word as
how'd you say it?
There's no such word as superfluous. Jesus. Go on, I'm doing all the talking, sorry.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Robin in London.
Hey, Robin in London. What's going on?
No, I'm just calling. I just came here from SIO World. Didn't win a thing. Feeling really terrible. Just want to have a chat.
Did you get your card, Robin?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much, Ian.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you got that because Robin's initial membership card got lost in the post and we had to do a new one.
Yeah.
Good. Why are you feeling so crap? What's going on, ma'am?
So it's kind of like, I mean, I'm always bringing negativity.
Are you a Trump supporter? Is that what it is?
No, I'm not. Definitely not. No, I just came here from the SRI Award, so the ceremony was live tonight. And
The what? The what?
Student Radio Award, SRA.
Yeah.
Student Radio Awards,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did they have an actual award ceremony? I thought it was all online.
It is online. I just finished watching the live award.
What did me and Catherine win? Did we win anything again?
No.
We're not
No,
students.
I'm a
I'm trying to
student.
say.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I'm trying to say is I put so much hope into one of the nominations I had, only one I had, and it just felt like really, really terrible. I didn't get anything.
Did you get nominated?
I got nominated for the best producer.
Okay. And did you did? I'm guessing you didn't get a bronze, silver, or gold if that's how they do it.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
get anything.
So what were you down to? What were you in? Like the final 5 or something?
Final 6?
Well, that's brilliant.
Here's the thing, right? That, as I see it,
Yeah.
that is brilliant anyway. But I know the crushing disappointment of kind of pinning your hopes and things and thinking, well, this is a really good bit of work and not getting anything.
Yeah, do you remember that time we put in an absolutely and
belter,
didn't even
they
get
ignored it.
nominated?
But in the great scheme, awards are lovely to win, and I only started winning them in the last 6 years, quite late in my career, right? And I've been so lucky, Robin, particularly since I started working with this young lady here, that I've won a few. Primarily because she knows how to package them together, and that's a skill. And maybe you could talk about that at some point. There is a skill to it. But ultimately, it's awards are really stupid. They're really silly. They don't mean anything. It's nice, but they don't mean anything.
Also, a lot of it is luck as to whether you are riding a wave that they want to promote at that point. So if your entry has got something in it that they are particularly hot on that year, you're more likely to, for example, like the fact that we do mental health conversations, or we did on the radio show, unlike a lot of other people, meant that year when people...
We saved a guy's life.
Yeah.
How are they not going to give
But
us
that
an
year
award
when,
for that?
when a lot of the radio stations were trying to focus on mental health and it became a thing, right?
Yeah, we've been doing it already.
Yeah, we knew how to do it. So we kind of proved a point for the judges. You know, they want to hold you up as an example of what they want.
One of the things I've noticed, and Catherine has seen this in me, award ceremonies bring out the worst in me. I get very selfish, I get overexcited, I get very mean-spirited about other people, including some people I would consider friends. If they win and I don't, it's like, what are they doing? They're shit. It brings out the worst in me. I would suggest... have gratitude for being nominated, congratulate those that won, and carry on being as fucking brilliant as we all know you are, Robin. I do know that you're brilliant. I've had the pleasure of guesting on a show that you're working on, and we know you're brilliant, and hopefully you will know that one day if you don't know it today.
I'll try my best. Thank you, Ian.
I don't know if Catherine wants to add anything, and also you can, I'm not.
Don't be disheartened. Every time something like this happens, it just it all happens for a reason, as I've found in the past. You think that you've missed an opportunity, but actually it just wasn't. That wasn't your thing. This isn't it. Your thing is coming up next, but this is all part of the journey towards it. You'll get there.
Yeah. Thank you. I dropped that filter. It's just now, really, because like last week, I went to a job interview. I was really confident in that one.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's a programming assistant in a startup station in Brighton.
Right.
And I chat with the big boss, and we had a really great conversation. That was like the second round thing. So I feel really confident that I could get that one. And the big boss got back to me yesterday saying I wasn't successful, but he didn't give me any reason.
Right.
And that was like one of the biggest failures I've ever had. I got 90 rejection letters,
Well-
and that is the furthest that I have ever gone in the interview. So I just kind of like putting them together, I feel like it's really, really hard.
No, but
Sorry.
You're a step closer. Don't look at it as a pushback. You're a step closer. That wasn't it. Next time. And I got loads of rejection letters, and it wasn't as difficult in radio as it is now to get into. I mean, God, I don't think it's ever been tougher. There are loads of people hanging on to jobs they've already got and really, really sort of battening down the hatches. And the opportunities are slim because the radio stations have really cut back on their teams.
Robin,
so to even
sorry.
get to that point was incredible. See it as a step towards it. That's not the end.
Robin, I spoke to my agent today for the first time in about 3 months. He's a really good man, really good man. And I haven't spoken to him because I know that there's no work for me, right? And I know that he's having a tough time himself. And I phoned him up today to say, just to see how he was. I phoned up my agent to see how he was. And he said, you and Tony, another one of his clients, are the only 2 clients that have called up and asked. And Daryl Morris, because Daryl's a nice guy. But here's the situation. He's one of the kind of middle to top tier radio agents, right? And he is having to tell people their contracts aren't being renewed. He's having to tell people they've got to take a third or a 40. He had to tell someone this week they've got to take a 40% pay cut to do the same job that they want to do. I'm not going to, no names, no factory. He didn't tell me any names, so I don't know who they are. But he said the industry is screwed because there's no money. No one's getting any money from advertising because what are they going to advertise? What, you're going to advertise holidays? You're going to advertise films? There's nothing to advertise. So radio stations have got no money to keep going. They are cutting back. And I don't say this out of arrogance, Robin. I can't get a job on the radio at the moment. And I hope you don't, get me going, I'm not saying I'm better than you or anything, but I'm in a position in my career where we talk about the awards, where I kind of thought, well, I should be all right getting a job. I can't get a job. And I say that to be empathetic and sympathetic with you. It's a really, really tough time in the entertainment industry and in radio. It's really tough. And you turn on the radio and you hear Julia and you hear Nick Ferrari, you hear all these people and it sounds like, oh, radio's doing great. It ain't. Radio, apart from a couple of exceptions, is doing really, really badly.
And there are a lot of people with jobs in radio who are clinging on, and more still who are really unhappy with what they're having to do right now. So it's just, it's a time when I wouldn't judge the whole industry. I wouldn't judge yourself, and I certainly wouldn't judge the climate at this point because it's just such a weird time. Everyone's just hanging in there and waiting. So don't be hard on yourself, Robin. I'm sure you've got it. You know you've got it.
Or do be hard on yourself. If that might push you to greatness, that might push you to a new idea. Be whatever you are.
But I hear your heart breaking a bit.
Completely.
And that's something that we don't want to happen.
Yeah.
Because you're a good guy and your time will come. It's just bloody difficult at the moment for everybody.
Well, I hate to. May I contradict you? Your time may not come, and I say that because we both know people who are brilliant that never quite got the break they deserved. That never. But
I also think that they're going to read once the radio stations start to settle into whatever normal is from here on out. They might start looking around.
No, they will. But
because people are going to leave.
But what I'm trying to say is, your thing might not be radio. It feels like it's radio now because this is where all of your energy and all of your focus and all of your enthusiasm is.
Yeah.
But we are, as humans, we kind of develop and we grow and we change and we get new skills. And I was never meant to be a presenter. I was meant to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor. I trained to be an actor and I ended up getting a presenting job. And suddenly I'm presenting on the radio, presenting on the TV, some quite big stuff. And then that dried up. And then suddenly I'm presenting on the radio. And then that kind of dried up. So now I'm presenting online. And this is great, but I'm training to be a counsellor. It's not necessarily a straight line, is what I'm saying. And the thing you're looking at now, there might be something to the left of it, there might be something to the right of it, there might be something on the other side. And I'm not, again, I really hope you don't think I'm diminishing or demeaning the pain that is very real that you are feeling right now. And I get it. I felt that pain. Catherine's felt that pain. We know it.
Yeah.
But I think you're talented. I think you're a nice guy. I think you have something that not everyone has. And yes, something will happen, but it might not be.
It might not be directly what you think you want right now.
I'll try. I still got a few months on my visa, so I'm going to try until that time comes. And
do it. Keep going. And when you've gone through all of them, and if they're all rejections, Go back to number one and say, hey, I wrote to you 6 months, a year ago.
That's the point.
But, you know, I just wondered if anything has changed, if things... Go back to number one and do it again.
That is a point. It's never no forever. Very generally, it's never no forever. It's just not now. Hang in there, honestly. Something will give. It might not be what you think at the moment, but Ian's right that at some point there'll be something.
I hope so. It really makes me feel much better chatting to you too. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you, Robin. You're a good man. Don't forget that.
Cheers, bye.
Ta-ra.
He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders, that kid.
Yeah. Again, everything is made worse by this grey blanket or cloud we've got above us of COVID and lockdown and uncertainty, and everything is magnified, amplified. I don't know what amplified by this COVID thing that's going over our heads. Someone in the chat, you timed out, Catherine, has addressed this.
Yeah, they're not very happy about
Sunset Stealer, laughing at me now. You're a clique of bullies. Oh, this is because you said the feelings thing was mumbo jumbo. It's not. You're just a clique of bullies in this chat. I never even post in here. Ban me for all I care. But I make one comment about a philosophy I consider to be dangerous. Here we go. This is how I suspected this evening was going to go. Yes, Joe.
I just like to. I'm going to bed in a minute. I just like to apologise if. Again, I reiterate. I don't think I said anything wrong, but.
I'd like to apologise, but I don't think I said anything wrong. So what I like to do, what I'm learning to do, is I ignore everything before the but. So what you're saying is, you're phoning up, going, "Hello, I don't think I said anything wrong."
Oh no, don't ignore it. If you felt like I've said something wrong,
what do you think? When did I say? Did I say you said something wrong?
No, but if you're taking it on yourself to think that.
What makes you think? What makes you think? I think you said something wrong.
Because you were forgive me. Well, after a bit of forgiveness before I got to bed.
Forgive you, but no, I won't unblock you on Twitter.
Right, I'm not bothered about Twitter. I don't really go.
Well, then I don't know what the forgiveness is. What am I supposed to forgive you for?
If I've done something wrong.
Well, what makes you think? Well, this is the thing. What makes
Forget
you think?
Twitter. Forget about Twitter.
Okay. Well, what would you like forgiveness for?
Me offending you. You took offence to what I'd said, and you blocked me
on Twitter.
On whatever.
You literally just said. This is why I wonder if you're high. You literally just said forget Twitter, and now you've mentioned Twitter.
No, but if I've offended you to be take action on social media.
But you said, social media is Twitter. You've said forget Twitter, and now you're talking about Twitter. So you're upset that I won't unblock you on Twitter.
No, you're talking about. It doesn't really matter what social platform it is, does it?
Well, it's Twitter, because that's the only one we've interacted on. And I'm confused as to why you're saying forget Twitter. You think somehow that you've offended me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're talking semantics, aren't we?
No, we're not. We're talking. We're trying to get down to. I have no idea. My hands are up here, Joe. I have got no idea what you're talking about.
Right. So I've offended you, and you took offence to it, and you've done something out of the blue. You blocked me on Twitter because I offended you.
Let me stop you there. You have made so many assumptions and joined so many things. I've offended you, so you, out of the blue, blocked me on Twitter.
Out of the blue. That was out of the blue.
You did. You literally said out.
You took offence to that.
Joe, you said out of the blue.
Okay.
Right. Be honest with me. What have you taken today?
A drink.
Of?
Desperado.
What is that? Is that beer?
Yeah, tequila flavoured beer.
Right, okay.
I'm not pissed.
Now we're getting to the point. So you're not sober?
No, I never said I was.
The implication I got, and maybe that's my misunderstanding from the first phone call, was that you were back in the rooms and you were sober. My apologies if I misunderstood that.
I'm not drinking vodka 24/7 anymore.
You're just drinking tequila.
Sorry?
Did you say tequila?
No, it's a Desperado. It's a beer.
Okay.
Well,
okay. I don't know what you want from me, Joe, because this suddenly it all makes sense. Suddenly, a lot of the randomness is making sense.
Well, I'd like you to apologise for slagging my mum off, and then I can go to bed.
I didn't. I'm not going to because I didn't. I didn't slag your mum off.
I'd like to shake your hand. I'd like to have a virtual handshake and then just go.
Okay,
to bed.
I didn't. I'm not going to apologise for slagging your mum off because I didn't. I actually said.
You did. Really. You said she gave me up, but she didn't.
I didn't say she gave you up.
She rejected me. What's the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
There's a big difference. There's a big difference. I said she was a very admirable and I'm sure a great woman.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, I said that, and you've taken offence at that.
She rejected me. That's what he said.
Yeah, but that's not in. But that's what happened.
No, she didn't have a choice in the matter.
Okay, but it's still a rejection.
Not on her part.
Well, it's
on the part of the court.
Okay.
So he retract that statement that he said.
No, I disagree with your definition of rejection, and I'm fascinated as to why you're getting so angry about the word rejection. So tonight, I've rejected you, and we've established that your mum put you up for adoption.
No, she didn't have a choice.
Okay, well, she didn't have a choice, but she may not have had the choice, but you were put up for adoption.
Yeah.
And your mum would have had to have signed a paper to do that.
At gunpoint, yeah.
Well, so she was at gunpoint.
Come on.
Well, you said it, Joe. I can only go by the words you say.
Metaphorical.
Well, then let's not speak in metaphors because I don't think you're very good at them. Let's speak literally.
Right. Yeah, she gave me up, yeah.
Yeah.
She kept my sister as well, who was younger.
How does that make you feel?
Rejected. You're quite a good guy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joe. You just said your mum rejected you.
No, that's how it makes me feel.
Right.
But she didn't actually do that.
Joe, you go. I don't know what to say, mate. I'm not going to apologise when you've just said what I've been saying. Put the booze down, man. I don't know if you've got a sponsor. Phone your sponsor. Phone your sponsor, not me.
This is what you'll be up against if you do take this.
But I'm not. But no, I won't because I'm not. I'm making a point of not seeing alcoholics and drug addicts if I become a counsellor. So I won't be.
Are you going to counsel the Queen?
That's none of your business.
I
am making a point of not working. It's certainly where my head is at the moment. Who knows when I'm qualified? But at the moment, my head is I do not want to work with alcoholics and drug addicts.
Sorry. How are you? Can you let me know where you are? Not now. Just are you okay?
I'm great.
I've been a bit of a prick, actually. I apologise for that.
You don't need to apologise for anything.
Are you okay, though, in general?
I'm fine, thank you, Joe. Put the phone down and phone your sponsor up.
Okay, mate. Cheers.
Take care, man. Take care. Bye-bye. 023-286-6370. Yeah, no, I said quite... I told you, didn't I? Alcoholics and drug addicts, I think...
No.
I don't want to because it gets too messy. Again, I'm not speaking about Joe. It gets too messy. It gets too complicated. And no, I have an idea of who I would like to work with. I have an idea, and I'm keeping that to myself at the moment because it surprises me. And it's week 8. You know, it might change, but when it was someone mentioned it was like, oh shit,
it made sense to you.
The hairs on the back of my neck just stood up. Go on, Catherine, you take this one. Sorry, I'm doing all the work tonight.
Good evening to you, James.
Hi, you all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Hey, it's James.
How are you?
I'm fine, man.
Yeah, so I just closing Chrome down there. Yeah, I'm not too bad. The light is a bit shit here, and it's alright.
It's alright. You're looking wonderful. I'm enjoying your wallpaper. I'm enjoying the backpacks on the back of your door. I'm enjoying. Is that Lynx Africa you got on the windowsill?
Yeah, it's like Christmas presents from people. It's just sort of collecting dust on the wall.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of Lynx.
More sort of like Wii remote skin.
Yeah. Those Wii remote skins, yes, they were pointless, weren't they? They were pointless.
Oasis B-sides that I've got just sort of knocking around.
How you doing, James? Nice to hear from you, man.
Yeah, I thought I'd phone you up again because I didn't show my face last time and I felt a bit just awkward about it. So yeah, strange because I thought I'd phone you up because I was going to phone about something else, but there was another guy that phoned about student radio was. And I was just saying as well, like now, you were talking about the industry, and it's just a strange place to be in, because I thought I was in a pretty secure place with the job that I had. I'm being made redundant at the end of the year, which is strange, but that's kind of how it is. And I think, the attitude you've got to have is just to sort of pick yourself up and sort of get on with it and look for stuff. And I'm already trying to look at other paid work, but it's just difficult. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I had a pretty stable job. I worked as an editor for a website. It's decent pay, and then all of a sudden, you get a message from your boss saying, well, the investors want the money back by a certain time, and we're gonna have to make drastic cuts for that to happen. So it's just one of those things. But it's weird, isn't it, in terms of especially radio.
Yeah.
I mean, I work in community radio at the minute, and there's a lot of ex-commercial people in there that are way too good for community radio. Let's be honest. I mean, they've worked at Bauer stations, big stations locally, but they just don't have any work, so they've had to drop down to community, and it's kind of sad in a way.
I know. Go on, Catherine.
I
Sorry,
had a couple of conversations when it looked like I was going to have to stay where I was for a bit, for months actually. When you left, and then I had the chance of staying there, but I knew I couldn't, not for my own sanity. So I looked around at some other things, and I sort of called in a few favours, and I had a few conversations. And the most galling thing, I've been doing it for 20 years, we've won awards, and I felt like I was starting from scratch again. I just feel sorry for people who actually are starting from scratch. You know what I mean? It's such a weird time.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm laughing.
The cat's asleep.
The cat's asleep. But this is new to this. Is I know his call is great, but I'm not listening out of principle due to his wallpaper. So there's a football.
I got my wall done when I was...
Oh, you've gone very quiet. Where have you gone?
Hang on. There we go. Is that better?
Beautiful.
You've gone really quiet, man. What? I haven't done anything. No.
Hang on.
Say something.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
It's showing up. It's gone a little bit quiet, but we can still hear it. Sorry, man. I don't know what happened there. Yes.
There we go. Right. I'll speak into my mic.
Yes.
Like, I was just saying.
Do that, please,
I got my room done when I was like 8, and I can't be bothered to take the wallpaper down.
My dad would have that wallpaper if my mum would let him, so I don't apologise.
Well, it's a strange one really, because as you can tell, I'm from Manchester originally, a bit like you, and probably I might
I'm
move
not
back
from
there.
Manchester, mate. I'm from Slough.
No, not you.
Talk to me.
You're from Manchester?
Yeah,
you
a
never
bit.
mention it.
But what I'm saying is right. So I might move back there next year, depending on if I go to uni or not. But it's weird because like I moved from Manchester when I was 1 to Cardiff, but I've kept my accent in like a weird way, even though like I've never like lived there.
I think it's a strange thing. If your parents are from there, obviously, that's one thing. And apparently when I've been hanging out with my parents intensively, my accent becomes a lot more Mancunian. But I moved when I was 10, and I think it was just being in an environment where you can all of a sudden you realise you've got an accent, and it seems louder and more twangy in your head, and mine just stuck. Mine was just completely stuck. But yeah, being one, that's something else. That's your mum and dad. That they must have pretty strong accents.
Well, not really. I mean, my parents aren't even from Manchester. My mum lived in sort of down south for a bit, actually near Milton Keynes, in Leighton Buzzard, obviously. Great,
it's just up the road from me. Yeah, it's up the road from me.
My dad lived in Lancaster, and then they moved to Manchester in like the 90s for a bit. But it's a strange one, really. But I think the thing is right about, I don't want to generalise, but Mancunians, there's a certain thing about them in the sense that I think we're different to the rest of sort of British people in that aspect. I know it comes across as really arrogant, but I think there's a sense of sort of not giving up and sort of being mank in whatever that means.
I think we are a bit chippy.
That's what I mean. I just think like the whole doing things differently thing, I know it's been used against us, but it's also a positive thing like we've been seeing over the past few weeks, and that as a city, I just think it's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think there is, most of my time has been spent in the southeast, sort of just outside of London or in London. And I was kind of very late to and I still haven't seen enough of the country, but going, Catherine and I a few years ago made a point of wanting to combat the London centricity of media. And so we made a point of doing a separate show, The Rabbit Hole, in venues all around the country. But then also, like the night before, we would take the radio show to a listener's house. And so we went to Manchester. Did we do Liverpool? We didn't do Liverpool.
No,
Newcastle, and we went around to a lot of places. And
yes, he is Clagnutz.
The change, the difference in attitude once you get 100 miles away from London is incredible. And I think I have been to Liverpool, but that was something else. You know, and it is a cliche, and it is, but the Liverpool, those cities are amazing, and it is criminal how they get overlooked. You know, the whole thing with the Andy Burnham holding up for 5 million extra quid, which is nothing, and people in Manchester getting 67% furlough, and then when London's involved, it's 80%, guys, 80%, and you think, well, why wasn't that the standard thing? Because it's Manchester, it's the north.
Which is why the suffragette movement, the Labour Party, and the Guardian all started off in flipping Manchester, because we get sick of it.
That's the good thing about Manchester. It's all built off working class roots, if you know what I mean. The music scene is all that comes with it. The whole Factory Records thing, the whole thing about the Mondays, Joy Division, New Order, all of that built off working class roots, built off that whole spirit of, well, if you're going to be like this, then we'll just do our own thing. And I think that's great. And that's what I was going to phone you up actually about the gig industry, because you were watching Going for Gold. Bit unfair, I think, on all the foreign contestants, because it's in English.
Totally biased. Oh, surprise! The final was 2 English people after 5 years of that. It was 2 English people.
It made me think the last gig I went to before lockdown was Shed 7, right? Funnily enough.
Gosh, look at you.
That's retro for you, isn't it?
Time travel. It's retro for me, time traveller. Bloody hell, Shed 7.
I think they're still quite modern.
Imagine like that, because I go to gigs by myself, right? Which is like a bit odd, but that's how it is, right?
I've done that. It's good.
But it's strange, because I was thinking like that might be the last gig I ever go to in terms of like lockdown and everything. It's going to be ages before we're going to be able to actually go to like live music again.
Yeah. Well, and also it will not be the same, because we'll have social distancing. Listen, we're going to get a vaccine early next year, I believe, right? But when I say we're going to get it, we're not. We're not going to get it. Vulnerable people and care workers will get it.
Yeah. Right.
And then they got to Then we'll wait and see how it goes. And you got to manufacture a whole. We probably won't get it for another 2 years, maybe. So gigs will have to involve social distancing. So I've already heard about bands talking about the possibility of doing 2 or 3 shows in a day when they'd normally do 1, because you're going to have a third of the audience. That's if the venues are still there. Because how are the venues got to last another 9 months, 12 months?
Because no one's letting them off rent.
No. So the venues will go. They'll be bought up by oligarchs and turned into flats and stuff. The whole face of this country, this world, but this country, when we finally do reach the end of this, and we will, everything is going to look completely different. And the stuff we took for granted a year ago, who knows what's going to come back and how easily it's going to come back.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and that's the issue as well with certain like gig venues, especially in Manchester. Like, there's a lot of iconic venues. They're just going to close. That's the sad thing. That's the sad truth of it. But it's kind of made me listen to other music that I'm not so familiar with. Like, I've got really into the Nigerian Afrobeat scene of the 1970s, of like the late 60s, early 70s.
That. Now I know
you told us that last time.
Well, I know your history.
It was remarkable then.
I know your history of work. Was it Nigerian? Was it a Nigerian station that you worked on?
No, actually, I could say that and lie and make it more interesting, but the boring truth was it was actually a British station that sold it to foreign broadcasters.
Right, okay, to Africa.
It was actually done from a studio just next to Heathrow Airport.
Okay, all right. Don't ruin the magic. Embellish the story. But yeah, so you obviously have that. I was not expecting that to be the genre of music that you came out with, but well done.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a big influence, though. Have you heard of William Onyeabor?
No, I haven't. I'm an old man. If it's not the Beatles or the Who, I don't know it.
He's this amazing guy in Nigeria, right? He had 16 synthesizers in his studio, and like he inspired David Byrne, Talking Heads. Damon Albarn's a massive fan of him, and it's like this incredible, like, it's hard to explain, like funk rock, like synthesizer stuff, and it's incredible. It's like it's a bit Dawsey with the sort of synthesizers on there. It's like it's incredible. Like some of the stuff's like 11, 12 minutes. Like one of his songs, I think, because he's one of those people that, like, he died the other year, no one knew about him, and then someone discovered him, and then he had a documentary made about him, and then Apple used one of his songs in an advert, and now he's like everyone's discovered him.
I hope we won't take offence at this because of one word in it, but Sharple says, these kids today and their Nigerian Afrobeat from the 70s. James, it's so nice to talk to you. I should just say you've made me to think as well. If people are watching, because you can phone up.
Repeat who the band is. Mugger Harris wants to know.
Oh, Dan's a good guy. Yeah, who's the band, James?
It's not a band. It's just it's a guy called William Onyebor.
William Onyebor.
Google
it. Google it.
Sound like one of those like swanky Six Music presenters that's really sort of annoying when it comes to their music taste and only talk to you if they like. I think some of that. When it comes to the end of the year and the Spotify Wrapped thing is coming to the close, and people just listen to music for the sake of it, so they can say like, "Oh, have you heard of this like psychedelic Tunisian band that just bang a saucepan against the radiator?"
That sounds like what Caris does. She goes, right, we're going to listen to something wicked now, and it'll be someone banging a flipping dustbin for 5 minutes.
I get uncomfortable when you diss the woman I was planning to marry at one point.
I'm sorry, I'm already married.
That makes me. Well,
she's married to a Luton Town fan. She goes to the games.
She's been divorced before.
She's got form.
James, people are asking if you've got a Twitch channel.
No. I don't have a Twitch channel. I do a radio show. If you want to listen to that,
mate, give us it.
3 till 6 every Saturday. Bro Radio is the station. If you happen to live in South Wales, but if not, we're on FM. Well, we're on online, like most radio stations.
What's the name of the station you dipped out just then?
Bro Radio. So it's a community radio. I know most people in here don't like sport, but the thing I think that we do well about my show is you don't have to like sport to listen to it. Most of it isn't sport. It's just sort of random stuff that occasionally is to do with sport. It's not as heavy as sort of tactical stuff. It's more light-hearted.
If you Skype us a link, because I don't know if you can post links in the chat, but if you Skype us a link, and I'll put it in the chat, because I bet a couple of people will have a little.
Well, I put it out as a podcast every week on my
send us all the links, man, and we'll put it in the chat and we'll tweet it as well.
Hang on, just get my Mixcloud page up.
Here we go.
See, this is what happens when you bother to actually put your show out as a podcast every week, unlike some major commercial stations that don't have a listen again feature that you were once on.
That phone app was so shit. I can say this now. The website and the phone app for Talk Radio was so shit. The bit rate on there was terrible. The listen again was broken down into tiny chunks, and it was never flagged as a listen. You had to really dig deep.
Yeah.
And the battle. Here's the thing. I can tell you this now, James. Right? We were the most successful podcast on Talk Radio and Talk Sport. The most successful, right? And then they got a new podcast guy in, and we had a meeting, and he said, "Right, we want to cut down your
they wanted to get rid of it at one point.
Well, he said, we want to get rid of it. And we said, you can fuck off. He said, all right, well, we want to cut it down to one best of podcast a week. And we went, no. Why would you? It was me, Catherine, and this guy. It was so uncomfortable. This is the biggest podcast on the station.
Also, we're on 10 till 1 in the morning. How many people do you think listen till, till 1 in the morning?
Oh, yeah, till 1 in the morning, sorry.
How many people do you think get to listen to the whole thing live? People are using our podcast as their radio shows, and the figures show that. Why would you want to cut our audience in half?
Matty reminds me, they messed it up for 2 months because they put it on a different server.
Yeah.
And so hardly anyone could find it. And I kept emailing him. Very little back. Didn't get sorted until I started tweeting him. And so everyone said, guys, this is the person you need to speak to about the podcast. The next day, I get a phone call from Denny saying, could you stop tweeting him, please? I said, yeah, I'll stop it when he fucking sorts it out. Excuse my language, I was so angry. It meant the podcast meant so much to us.
Oh, and then they
not the station.
And we were saying, how about we get it sponsored? Because loads of people are listening to it. More people are listening to that podcast than are listening to some of the shows. Why don't you get some sponsorship on it? Yeah. It never happened. Never monetized it, did they?
Anyway, James, listen, send us that stuff.
Yeah, all right, I'll pop it in the...
and we'll put it in there. Nice to talk to you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, sound. Ta.
See you later on. Ta-ra. James makes a good point as well. You can Skype in, and if you don't want to turn your camera on, don't turn your camera on. I would prefer you did, because I like it. But if you don't fancy it, for whatever reason, you got loads... Oh, shit, the fire's gone out.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something's gone on fire. You pulled my headphones out. Hang on. There we go. Jungle skills.
Sorry?
Jungle skills.
You can still talk and do the show.
I'm just putting my headphones back in because you pulled them out.
Do you need them in?
Well, I think that's up to me to decide, isn't it?
Sorry?
Anyway, we've got 11 new unban requests for me to consider. 11. I think that's a record. Normally it lingers around 10. But obviously a special night. I wonder how many of those are just going to be people calling us the C-bomb. We had an absolute doozy last night, honestly. Anyway, if you want to give us a shout, as Ian said, you don't have to use your video. Are you winning? Call 0203 286 6370, or you can Skype us on TLNA. That's us. But yeah. There we go. Is he winning? He's winning.
Phone back one of the calls I missed.
I can't.
Why?
I don't know how you do it.
You don't know how to use Skype.
We haven't got any. We haven't got any that we missed.
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
We have.
What, Gatford?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Gatford.
Bye, Pats. Oh, here he goes. He's phoning us. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
Just click on him. Don't worry about the shop. Just click on him. And then it's Skype. But don't click on Skype till you've answered him.
All right. Hello. Oh, shit. Just blow my ears out.
Oh! Hello, Kath. How are you?
I can't work the volume, so you're going to have to whisper for a bit. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Gatford's an ear nonce.
Honestly, he's just...
He's a prick.
I think they're bleeding.
There you go. Getting to talk.
Talk.
Hello. Is that better?
Yep. So much better. How are you doing? Oh, I can't stop seeing that beautiful baby that you once were that we saw last night.
No. Wasn't it weird?
Sweet,
Background
sweetie.
to this.
Well, it tends to happen.
Yeah.
Not always into you, but sometimes.
Oh, sure, yeah, into something. Did you shush in the background there? Did you notice, Kath? Did you see what Kanye West bought his wife for her 40th birthday?
Yeah, her dead dad. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
But did you also hear what the dead dad said? And it's a giveaway as to who gave her the present.
I did hear, but go on. Say
It was something like, I'm so proud of you. It was nice, you know. And then there was a bit where obviously Kanye had insisted that this bit went in. So nice to see you. I'm so proud of you. You're a great mother to you, the beautiful children. And I know you're training to become a lawyer, which she is, just like to follow in his footsteps. And also that you married something like, the word was, a great, 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 great guy, Kanye West. Or it was something like the best man in the world. Oh no, it was the most genius man, Kanye West.
It's amazing how Mr. Kardashian, R.I.P., knew that Kanye was such a great guy.
A genius indeed.
Mentally stable genius.
The most. Did you see that holographic, Dad?
I don't know. No, I don't believe in holograms.
It was something else, man.
don't
It was something
approve
else.
of them.
But the thing is, it's the sort of thing that he would do as a joke. He would put in a thing from if my dad was passed away and there were the facilities to do a
Am I allowed to make
hologram.
jokes about your dead dad?
Well, he's not dead, so you can say you can
Well,
imagine a dead
Well,
dad.
here's the surprise. He's a hologram. I murdered him 5
Well,
years
how
ago.
come my dad has never said to me, "I'm so glad you're working with the most genius Ian Lee"?
Because
he would if he was reading your script.
He would.
Anyway,
What do you want, Gatford?
Very, very, very romantic.
I'm having a conversation with Kath, but how? Thank you.
He's talking.
Right. So, seeing that,
Cut the break off.
11 unbanned requests.
This is going to be... I mean, when do you...
Some of these people haven't been unbanned, I bet you. I bet they've been timed out.
We could get into it now. I mean, do you fancy it?
I always fancy it.
It's 10 o'clock, mate. We haven't done the sponsors. You go and
Do
get
the sponsors,
changed.
I'll
I'll do
get
the
changed.
sponsors. We could not do this show without our dear sponsors. We got great one joining us next week.
Oh, so good.
I would suggest get your money ready because you're going to want to spend. Get your money ready. Thank you to Richard Gregorian, one of our longest, most loyal supporters, sponsors. Hang on a second, we got a call. Hello, Sam.
Hello?
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 Yes?
How you doing?
I'm all right. Are you eating?
We're not eating, we've just had a lot to drink.
You've not had a lot to drink. That is, I recognise. Can I be honest? Because I recognise the sound that you're making. Is it Coke or is it ecstasy?
It's everything, mate. We've just been drinking a lot, doing a lot, drinking more,
Doing a lot.
and
They're
drinking
doing a lot
more.
because I recognise that chewing of the lips. Well, stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Why would it be stay safe when we're already in a safe place?
Because you sound like you're just on the other side and coming down, and it's not a pleasant experience. So I wish you luck.
No, it's all right, mate. We're just here to have a good talk and actually discuss some topics.
I am choosing not to talk to you.
You're choosing not to talk to who?
To you. Put the phone down. Dan says this is now officially better than the Talk Radio show. Do you want? Let me do these. Then you can come in. I just recognise that. Yeah. Right, Richard Gregorian, gelaw.co.uk is the telephone number. If you want to give... No, that's not telephone number. I'm doing standard pats. gelaw.co.uk. Richard Gregorian is a friend of the show and a friend of ours and absolute legend, and we love him. Big up the Gregorian! There is a talent show coming very, very soon. He is one of the sponsors of the talent show. The other sponsor so far is Poseidon Safety Management. Man guarding, guard dogs, mobile patrols. Devon and Cornwall is a whole lot safer. I had a nice chat with Nick this week, and he's a good man. He's one of the good people that's trying to improve his community. That we should all be such good people. Thank you, Nick, for doing what you're doing. Abbey Care. A lot of people are struggling at the moment. Mental health, taking their own lives, drug and alcohol problems. You know, what could be fun. You know, when you're in the same house for 9 months, and some people I think are going to have a little bit of a shock when we do eventually get back to normal. How difficult it is to put down some of the things they've been using. Abbeycare.co.uk. It's superb clinics in Glasgow and Gloucester. Absolutely stunning buildings and wonderful places, very restful grounds that they are set in. 25% discount if you mention us. We'll talk about them a little bit more later on. It's our last night for now with 34sp.com. Let's make them big. Look at the size of that. Web hosting with style and class and attitude. Actually, they're just really decent company that's ethical, that cares for the environment, that cares for their workers, that cares for you, that will have someone on call. What's the word they say? 24, every day of the year. All the hours of all the days. That's what they have got. You can get domain names there. You can get 3 months free web hosting using the code TLNA. And if you're watching this on YouTube in the year 2027, the code should still work then. I don't think they are turning the TLNA code off. Those are the sponsors. Let me very quickly take this call because I want to bring in yes some. Yep.
Let's have a. Did you guys vote for Biden?
I didn't vote for either Biden or Trump.
But if you had the chance to vote for either of them, because I know you didn't have a chance to vote because you're British. If you did have a chance to vote, who would you vote for?
Mate, I'm going to let you go. Have a great night. Stay safe. For my own protection, I am choosing to end this phone call. But please, it is nothing against you.
Fair enough.
Take care now.
Have a
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please all rise? There's a song, isn't there, with All Rise? The 5 or something. Blue. We should get that. Could someone get that for us for next week?
Called All Rise.
Okay. Could you please all rise for Judge... Oh, well, shall I do the titles?
Yeah.
We haven't rehearsed this.
Do it.
So okay, well, I don't need to say all rise because it's in here.
You can all rise when it's finished.
All rise for Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now in session. Thank you for joining us.
Look at you standing up. Look how tiny you are. Stand up. You can still see your face.
I've got my trainers on.
I feel like Andre the Giant stood next to you. Hello, Judge Boyle.
Good evening.
Lots of people very upset with me, as they should be.
Right.
Let me just lift this foot. Because last week we did not have a gavel cam.
Oh no! Well,
So
we must rectify that immediately.
Set that up there. Set that up there. Let's just check the... Hang on a minute.
Just check the angle of the dangle.
Let's just... So that's going to be camera 2. Go. We can come up a little bit.
A smidgen. Can you sit it on something?
Don't need to, mate. It's got a little stand on it.
Oh, modern.
There you go. Perfect. Hello.
I'm going to judge you. Back to rights.
I've got to say, Catherine, I've put a
Look,
new.
I found a look and I stuck with it.
Hang on. I've got a new filter, and you look. This is my close up. I look quite old, but look at your close up. You look great,
That's brilliant.
Granddad.
Don't put coochie cam on my flipping 4-year-old son. Oh, Dale.
Would you like to explain what this is, please? This is becoming my favourite. I know a lot of you are loving the Thursday night quiz. This is my favourite part. I sit back and I relax.
This, my friends, is summary justice. In the court of TLNA, there is one person who decides, he's got 2 thumbs, it's this guy. So let's have a look at the unbanned requests for this week. I was surprised at the beginning of today's show.
Oh, you go to it and I'm ready. I'm just moving it up a little bit.
So at the start of today's show, we only had 8. Now we have 11.
Ooh.
Now, some of these will just be abusive. There'll be one last slam of the door before they go up to their bedrooms, smack bottoms.
That guy last night, the email.
Someone will say something mean about him. Someone will be angry with him and call me a fat cow. That's what I'm anticipating. There will also be, I'm afraid to say, a number
Why are
of...
you being so funny tonight? What's happened to you?
Freaking hilarious. There will also be a number of people who don't know how to apologise. Let me give you a little hint. I think it's only fair. I've got to outline the cases. And I will do. But I think it's only fair that I tell you that an apology does not include a but. Or if you felt, or if you took it that way. Just say sorry. Just say sorry you were a knob. And you may be unbanned. If you are not sorry, we will know and you will be dismissed. Like this. And you won't like it, but I won't care. Right, next. Should we begin? Is everyone ready? Chat, are you ready? Chat, are you ready? Right. 11 new cases. It's been a very, very bad week for the band. Right, here we go.
What's happened to the band? Is Robbie Robertson dead?
First of all, Captain Pugwash.
I don't know why I'm finding this so funny. I think I inhaled some wood.
The details of Captain Pugwash's address to us here at the court tonight are as follows. Ian banned me on the night as a bottom slap because he wasn't in mood. He didn't say at the time that I could request an unban. Oh, he did say at the time I could request an unban and it would be done. Remember what I said earlier about non-apologies? Basically, he was just lashing out, even though he did laugh at the time, just before he booted me with a smile on his face. We enjoy booting people. It's nothing to do with you. Right, let's see what he actually said. Captain Pugwash. Let's have a little look at your record, shall we? Remember, we do see all here. Did you cover the... I got here late. When are you going to move... Oh, here we go. It started thus. Hang on. I mean, even can't even see it. Even this part is problematic.
Do you know?
I'll make it bigger.
Make it bigger.
Okay. This country had a bit to do. This was the why you were ashamed of being British conversation. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to come in halfway through because it's long. Because this was a 12:13 comment, 12:14 comment, 12:14 comment, 12:15 comment, 12:16 comment, 12:16 comment, 12:17 comment. You get the idea.
Already it's not looking great, is it, Judge?
No,
Your Honour.
no. Incessant badgering of the witness. So, society does rub off a bit on the soul. 12:13, maybe not 100%, but it does touch it. 12:14.
Comments from the person that was banned, Captain Pugwash himself.
This country had a bit to do with shaping you. 12:14.
Because I'd said...
Because you're not proud of it.
I don't like... Well, no, I said I don't like England.
Right.
I dislike England. Hate it.
Is this acting or are you actually being a grumpy old bugger? Next comment. When are you going to move to a more agreeable country then? That one. Captain Pugwash. Did you cover the reason in an earlier part of the conversation about living in a country that you hate rather than moving to somewhere more agreeable? Robot face. I'm just winding you up. Sorry. You are too easy. I mean, this was like every minute or so. So Ian Lee banned Captain Pugwash. And quite frankly, I don't think he's sorry, so I'm going to keep that ban in place. Chew on that. Pugwash deny.
I want some graphics. Can we, maybe Jeff, who is out of work because of this, maybe Jeff...
I want one that says non-apology.
Yeah, I want an, I want a, what do we want? Guilty? Well, no, we want what do we want? Do we want something to flash up? Let's see the, like, banned...
Or unbanned.
Stays banned, unbanned.
Yeah.
That's what we want, don't we?
Yeah.
Stays banned, unbanned. Can anybody knock us up a graphic? Stays banned, unbanned.
Yeah.
I don't know if Pop Hazy's here. Someone. Or denied?
We could have denied.
So,
Unban or deny.
Unbanned, denied. Yeah, that's good. Ban. No, deny. I like denied. Pop. Oh, Jeff's there.
He's on it. He's all over it.
Jeff. So we're going. So I think we. What do we want?
I don't know, but we want it now.
We want it before we do this. No, I like denied.
Or unbanned.
Pardoned. No, unbanned. Unbanned and denied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that'll do. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Good man. Pop Hazy did the titles for the show. The Judge Boyle titles did
He's
all
doing
of
his
it.
TLNA community service. That's what it is. You don't want to know what he did.
He went to prison for a very, very bad crime. Right. Okie
Next,
dokie.
Chippo.
Hang on, guys. We're being attacked. Being attacked. I'm just gonna.
Hop on or hop off, Pats. The decision is yours, but I need to get you're getting in the way of me gavel, and I would not want to do that right now.
There we go. There we go. Slick maneuver.
I'm having trouble getting purchase.
Hang on a minute. Do it now. Right.
Come on, Pat.
God. We're only on the second one. 20 minutes in, and we're only
11.
on the second one. Go.
Next up, Chippo 100, who has an avatar of a wolf, a lone wolf. Oh, dangerous, Chippo. I wonder what you did. Let's have a look at your record. Chippo, how to go live. How do you go live? How dip you? Fuck off. Catherine Boyle banned Chippo 100 for spelling fuck off wrong. I ain't. And also his question was the note. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you can't spell. Denied.
Hang on a minute. I think
fuck off has never been one word, and it's not fuck off. If you're going to swear at me, spell it right.
Okay.
Denied.
Okay.
I can sense a little bit of concern there.
I'm going with that one.
But I don't share it. Here's one that you banned. Not sure why I was banned. Says Amar Dave. Let's have a look. We'll tell you why you were banned.
I'll tell you why. Well, please, and I'll tell you my side of the story.
So, worst thing I've ever heard. I take it you were giving us one of your hits.
But that is, I can take criticism, as I've taught my kids to be good losers and to what was that, Shadow?
That's probably a cat. There's loads of
yeah.
cats. This place is crawling with
If
them.
people don't like my singing, means they've probably been involved in a serious car injury or damage their head dropped on their heads as babies.
Right. So, worst singing overheard. If smoking was a singer, this would be it. Does it cost a call? If you got paid to review it, you need to put #ad in title. Nice and toxic. Make sure you don't eat the strawberries. Strokey chin face, repeated.
Oh, yeah.
Mandula timed him out at this point.
Oh, Mandy.
Now, he's back after the time. Oh,
That was
a different day.
That was a daytime. Yeah. No, maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't daytime. That was in the evening. Yeah. This is the daytime.
Hello, mate. Then disappears again.
Now, this is why he got banned. It's these two comments.
Nice 2005 quality camera. I'd buy a new one for you.
He took the piss out of the streaming quality of my PlayStation stream. Here's the thing. You can, and I see what you're doing there, Matty. You can only stream on the PlayStation using the PlayStation camera. It's not my fault. The quality is crap. He took the piss out of me, so I banned him.
Well, it seems reasonable, but unfortunately I cannot get...
No! You're not!
I love it.
You're going to unban him?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're going to ban him?
I would ban him, but I can't because there's someone in the way and she's asleep.
So what? Pats, this is...
Pats, time and place, mate.
Pats!
Could you...
Come and sit here, please. We're in court. Oh, by the way...
Don't sniff me gavel.
By the way, if they had cats in court, wouldn't it be so much nicer? So what are you doing? Is it denied?
Well, it feels like he was goading with the
remains?
nice and toxic. Make sure you don't...
I do think I was a little
Is
harsh.
it a B of the D? I think it might be benefit of the doubt time. All right, I'm willing to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Unbanned. Amar Dave, you're about to be unbanned, but you have been seen. Consider this a warning. I will not be warning you twice. Here we go. Now, I think I know why this guy got banned. Why am I banned is the question. He uses a lot of extra letters. He calls himself Clunge Guy.
Sorry. Straight away in the chat, Amar Dave. Hello, here is my return.
All right, take the caps lock off or you'll be going. Now I'm weighing Clunge Guy up, so pipe down, please. Clunge Guy. What's wrong, Ian? Ha 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 ha. Capital letters, racist. Get in there, Ian. Winky robot face. Ian, have you got tips to stop doing drugs? I love sniffing packet. I banned him. Now.
I'm sniffing packet.
1. Your name is Clunge Guy.
That's a horrible name.
Which already got me twitching. Like this.
Did it?
Yeah, like this. Give me a close-up.
Oh, hang on, sorry.
I see names like that and it...
I thought it got you twitching as that's Inspector Clouseau, isn't
No,
it?
he did not give me the fanny flutter. He gave me the eye twitch. It's not. It's the commissioner. What's his name?
Yeah, it's the fella.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lizard's here!
So yeah,
I want to kill Clouseau!
Exactly. So if your name is Clunge Guy, you're already on a very, 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 very unsteady ground with me. But anyway, I thought, well, let's see. Then you start talking about, well, first of all, calling people racists, then talking about drugs, and then saying you love sniffing packet. Okay, well, what you do in your spare time, fine. I don't want to hear about it. So off you pop, denied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowzers, this is a tough one tonight.
I've got a lot of people to get through and no time for nonsense. Next up, who have we got? Jam. Ah, now this was one of these. He may be oh yeah, right. Conan O'Brien. Kath is blinking. Save me in Morse code. I was just joking. The other user did seem to be suggesting Ian was your hostage, and I didn't get why. Hostage. This was that was when that person was suggesting that I should remember that I can go home at any time.
Yeah.
Because I know I obviously look a lot more youthful, but I'm not the junior partner in this extravaganza. And Ian, what you were talking about that particular night was not massively bad, was it? But I do wonder whether this person has got caught in the crappy crossfire.
Yep.
What do you reckon?
It's nothing to do with me.
Well, you banned him, so...
I think that's an unban.
I think it's an unban.
Wow.
Why?
We're good people.
Well, one of us is. Unbanned.
Oh, you make Pats jump. Careful.
Well, she should get out of the way of the gavel. I did warn her. Unbanned decision. Who we got? Here's another one that made me twitch. Ass stain destruction.
Say that again, slowly.
Ass taint destruction. Is it the ass or is it the taint? The taint is neither one or the other. I suggest you go back to your books. I think we were having a little...
Hang on, sorry, I've got the thing.
I think we were having a little...
Sorry. Oh, go.
And he got banned by you. Kath, it's okay, just let him have his way, it's the only way. Banned. Banned by you.
Read his...
Right, this is all in capital letters. Oh, dearie me, ass taint destruction. This is no way to talk to the judge. Question mark, question mark. Why did you ban me? This is unacceptable. I'm Ian's #1 fan. I have a shrine dedicated to Ian, and there's so much fluid on it. I can't sustain it. Well, he seems like a very reasonable young man. Unfortunately, he doesn't know his ass from his taint, and that means he is a danger. Denied.
Wow, I would say if he changed his name, bring him back.
No, he's talking about jizzing on your pictures. Ian, that's not proper love. You need to draw some lines, my friend. Not like that.
How many more have we got left? This is great.
So many.
I got to play an advert. For,
So many.
If you're, can I just take this call because this call's been calling in a lot, and
I think this is the same person. It's got the same tone of voice and manner of writing.
Hello?
Hello.
Can I get on, man, please?
Why?
Because I think I made a funny joke, which I shouldn't have done.
You think you made a funny joke which you shouldn't have done?
Oh.
I asked all the mods to ban me in chat, and all the mods banned me in chat.
Well, so the mods did what they were supposed to
It
do.
only takes one, so that's not true. Don't big yourself up.
Okay, I'm trying to think who banned me now. I think it was Gatford.
Okay, so Gatford did what you asked him to do. How can you be upset with that?
But no, I went to say sorry, and I was joking.
Have you made an official request through the official channels that we are
No,
going through
because the reason I didn't make a request was because I don't think I actually said anything like in a bad way, if you know what I
now? No,
mean.
you've got your. Are you banned?
I am, yeah.
Well, you have to make a request.
But I asked,
Only
I
Judge
asked
Boyle.
to get banned.
Only
I
Judge
asked
Boyle
to get
can,
banned, and then I got
with
banned.
I can only deal with it when I can see the full report of what went on, I'm afraid.
I actually
so
forgot what happened. Can
Yeah,
you ask one of the
exactly.
mods, please?
I am one of the mods. I can only see it if you apply through the usual channels, and then I can look and see what exactly happened.
I forgot what I did though. I think I
Okay,
asked
well,
to get banned. I think I asked to get banned.
Okay, well, I can't take your word for it. You have to apply like everyone else. Goodbye.
I love you.
No, you don't. Please don't leave me, Olga.
Apply through the official measures,
You can't.
please.
You can't circumvent it.
No,
This is
no,
not
we
the-
don't. I don't really agree with it anyway. I think you should, if you're an adult and you want to cut the end of your penis off, then that's up to you. Unless it's for medical reasons. One of my kids had to have it done for medical reasons, circumvented for
Here we go.
medical reasons. Catherine, sorry.
Please don't leave me, Olga. Right? I am suspicious that this may be Taint Man, because again, it starts with question marks and it's in capitals.
Oh God, I've just seen what the request is. Okay.
Yeah. What the F? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not shouting, but they are. I love Ian so much. He'd let him do awful things to me.
Interesting. And very, very interesting.
Can't control my flatulence. It's late into the evening, passionate bursts of gas and loud rips can be heard vibrating through the house, keeping everybody awake, and the smell too is disgraceful.
We do not like fart jokes on this show. Guys, we do not. They're not jokes. They're actually, that's a medical
actual
condition,
farts.
and that's why we don't like the jokes.
One person turned up on Halloween for trick or treat.
Why are you sniffing the gavel, you dirty mare?
Because I know what's coming. I'm just trying to. Also, the gavel has not been anywhere other than my hand, which is clean.
The gavel stays in my house, Catherine, so you've got no idea where that handle's been.
Oh, Jesus. Not big enough for you, that is it? Wouldn't touch the sides. One person turned up on Halloween for trick or treat, but I didn't have any sweeties to give them. This is a delightful vignette, isn't it, on Halloween night?
I banned this person. I remember this. I banned them.
Get ready, because it's going to turn.
Start again.
One person turned up on Halloween for trick or treat, but I didn't have any sweeties to give them. So he instead says, please don't leave me, Olga. I went outside to the garden to collect a piece of sweet, chocolatey fudge dog shite. Then I gave it to the young gentleman and sent him on his way. That got a ban. Not immediate, though. 2 minutes it took you to get on that.
It feels very oversensitive for me to do that.
It's dirty behaviour.
I think it came at like an inappropriate time. That's what my thinking behind
When's
it.
the appropriate time for serving someone shite? Order. Silence in court. Put it on there. Denied.
No. Objection.
Too late. I've already denied them.
Objection.
Too late. I've already denied them.
We can unban them. I'm going to put this one.
It's the same person as before. It's Captain Taint.
I am putting this to the vote.
No, come on.
I'm putting this to the vote. Do we unban? What was his name?
Not telling you.
Please.
I don't know. I've banned him. He's gone.
The dog shite man.
Please don't ban me, Olga.
Do we unban the dog shite man? I'm going to call it, right? Yes.
I can't believe you are.
Ban. No.
You're undermining me.
Keep the sod banned. Okay. I'm not undermining you.
You're undermining me.
No one's being undermined. I'm putting a 3-minute poll. I want the viewers. Content does not meet guidelines.
Foggy.
Let's get rid of...
Exactly, content does not meet guidelines.
Stop it! Why are you making me laugh?
Even Twitch is telling you.
The content has met. There we go. So that has been. Is there.
Serving up steaming shites to people on Halloween trick or treat is mean and also dangerous. Also, this person is posing as Please Don't Leave Me, Olga, when he's the taint man. I don't find it amusing.
So it's 2/3 can keep him banned at the moment. I'm surprised by that. Let's do another one and then we'll come back.
People have a very limited amount of patience for people who serve up excrement.
Okay, here we go.
G Bunny. Now this is one of yours.
You timed him out.
I did time him out. He was obviously a pain in the ass. Let me have a look. Hang on, I've lost him. Oh no. This is all going haywire.
Hang on a second while you're doing that. Hello, Tim.
Hello.
Yes.
Can I please get unbanned?
If you make your application.
And Catherine, I know that I don't even know what I said.
You said you wanted to get banned. You asked to be banned.
I know I did, but I don't want to be banned.
Is what he claims. You apply and we will judge you accordingly, Tim.
Do you know how to apply to be...
Please tell me what I said. No, I don't, honestly. Can you please tell me what I said, Kath?
No, because I can't look at your records until I know what your name is on there until you apply. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit busy.
I've never been banned before, and
you have now. You need to go to the chat, and somewhere there will be an unban request button. You need to click that.
All I'm going to say, no matter what, if I get banned or if I don't.
Well, you are banned. It's not if you get banned. You are banned.
I still love you both. Okay, bye bye.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Why are you twisting me melon then?
I can't respect it.
Apparently, you've done a request, Tim. I'm being told by one of my mods.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well
then why?
Well then, calm your titties and sit down, please. Disrupting the court.
Also, he lied to us. I don't know how to. He's done it.
Oh dear me. You've just done yourself more harm than good. Right. Back to the business in hand. We still have 5 people to get through.
Jesus, we're going for 35
we may have
minutes,
10 by the time we finish. Right, here we go. So we were on G Bunny. Like previous. Are you still using OBS? Oh, Lord. You're certainly over-modulating Ian Lee.
Oh.
I would do this off-air myself, just saying. Just saying. People who say just saying, normally dickheads. Just saying.
Just saying.
You have not fixed it. Still echoey. You are now out of sync. Only slightly. Okay, slightly by a few milliseconds, Ian. Okay. Ian Lee banned G Bunny. I believe the ban was in error, says G Bunny. Thanks.
It's not Jive. It's not Jive Bunny, Raymond.
No, it's G Bunny.
G Bunny.
It's not J Bunny. He would never have made such a rookie
Foggy
error.
asks if calm yo titties is what they say in the Old Bailey.
They certainly do.
Okay. The dog shite man has been voted to stay banned, 62% to 38%.
I think people have faith in justice.
Okay.
So G Bunny. Now it seems to me that he antagonised you while you were trying to tinker.
I wonder. I don't know if Matty remembers this. I wonder if this was during one of those moments when I was saying I only want Matty, who's one of our mods. I only want Matty's opinion because it can get very much. Lots of people are saying stuff and there's a delay, and I know that if I ask Matty the question, he will answer it, and I trust. I know his setup is good, so it comes. I trust him.
I wonder whether this is a benefit of the doubt situation.
Oh.
Things do get rather heated when we're having technical difficulties. Some people can't keep it shut. I didn't like the just saying, but I voiced my preference for people not to say that now. And I think if we unban and I keep an eye on G Bunny, we'll see.
I don't like his. I believe the ban was in error. It wasn't.
That's not a sorry, is it?
I meant to ban, but you're the judge.
They might have just been trolling, you're right. It's not really an apology, is it, either? I believe the ban was in error. Yeah, no, annoying. Denied.
Shitty mood tonight.
I'm not. I'm in a great mood. Partly because of this. Right. 4 more. 4 more beautiful specimens. Okay, so the next person...
Has any of these people been banned yet by the mods, or is it just me and you that have banned these people?
This one's you.
Oh, this was tonight?
Yeah. This is absolutely fresh. This is fresh.
Steam is still rising from it.
They're still looking at their computer going, what did I do? Unban me. Oh, not an apology, Limmy is a wank, but let's have a look at what you wrote.
It's a wank. You said it.
I don't think he is either. Rejection is too simplistic for this. I think Ian... Oh, right, okay, yeah. So this was the person who was... Is Kath allowed to talk?
Oh, she's been
on
banned
a
before.
previous occasion been banned. How did that happen then? Maybe they got unbanned.
Oh, they got unbanned.
Oh,
yeah.
dearie me. If this is your second offence, my dear friend, perhaps it's time to do a little bit of introspection. LOL, this is fun. LOL, forgot Ian is allowed to swear here. Don't know whether to be amused or depressed by this guy. And then he's sort of commentating on Joe's phone call. Unban me. No. Denied. Also, Limmy is not a wank.
He is a bit. I'm not a fan, and this isn't the reason he was banned. Thank you, Mattress 2000. Limmy may be aware of this channel. Limmy has been great hosting this channel and stuff, so I'm a big fan. I'm not a fan, and I can't control it, but I'm not a fan of offensive usernames.
No, it's like blazing in with your knob out.
Yeah, I don't like it. Sometimes my kids, it's not really a kids show, but sometimes my kids watch the first bit of the show and I don't want to ask the question, Dad, what is a Limmy is a wank? I don't know when to answer that. I just think it's rude to have a rude name.
It is, it's confrontational, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, no. Here we go. There's another one here. This is Jet 6R6.
We've got nearly 1,200 people watching
Yes.
this.
This is the best way to work out how you don't get banned.
We're watching. All rise for Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now in session. This is from Jet 6R6. I am new to the channel. This is the mitigation from the accused. I'm new to the channel and didn't realise, in Ian's words, shitness is part of the channel. Ooh.
That's my words. If that's my words, I stand by it. Shitness is a huge part of this channel. Huge part.
Consider myself now aware. I won't make any further comments as to the quality of the tools / software in use. This is someone who was...
They criticised.
It's about time used a proper, capital letters, bit of software for this, for FK sakes.
That's like literally the only comment. Have they made any more comments? Load previous. Or once?
Oh, hang on.
Okay,
No, fine before that.
It's up to you. Well, of course it's up to you, Your Honour.
Let me just check. Pete was probably having a wank, apparently.
Oh, Pete probably was having a wank if he's referring to our fab mod, What's on the Tapes.
Brave move.
He loves wanking.
Pete, you know he was stroking the meat before the call. A song. He made a little song up about Pete. To be fair, Ian's making far more noise while the questions are being read. You're on, Amy. Mum's knickers, LOL. Question 1, what colour are Mum's knickers? Fair enough. That's the conversation we were having last night. But yes, then there was comments about the software. So I think it's an unban.
Okay.
Now you know the level of shitness to expect. I hope that we will all proceed.
It is surprising just how shit this is.
Yeah.
And if you come from another stream, even one by like a 15-year-old kid,
Especially one by 15-year-olds, yes.
this is going to look a lot shitter
Yeah.
to them, and that can be a shock to some people's shit stream.
Yeah, exactly. So now you know about our shit stream. Consider yourself unbanned. Unbanned. Here we go.
What time?
It's sad, really, isn't it? We've only got 2 left. This one is Rob Cox. Or Robco. RXB.
It's Robco.
Right. It's very confusing with all the extra X's.
He found us recently after Talk Radio.
Yes.
I'll tell you exactly why I banned him. It was only a few moments ago.
Yes. Okie dokie. I'm not usually into oldie guys. Gosh, calling you oldie. I think he means older, but he left the R off. Maybe he's a medievalist. But Ian, you're very attractive. I'm not into older guys, but you are very attractive. What a grey fox. I'm not usually into older guys. Okay. Sounds like you are quite usually into them. Sounds like you've been into them 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm not usually into older guys, Ian, but you're very attractive. Kathy, you're beautiful, but can't compete. Robot winky face. Ian timed out. Rob Co for 600 seconds.
It's a bit sleazy.
And then who's this fitty?
Now who's this fitty? And just read the comment.
I think someone accidentally banned me.
No, deliberately. Who's that fitty? Who's this fitty? We had James on Skype, and it felt inappropriate to me.
Oh God!
Felt wrong. I mean, James is a young man. I'm sure he's of age, but
we wouldn't have it if you were talking about a woman.
No.
It makes no difference that you're talking about a bloke.
Not
no,
nice.
And also don't this kind of repeated trying to get attention and try to sort of. I know you think it's giving a compliment, but it's creepy and makes us feel uncomfortable. Makes you feel uncomfortable for sure, right? So I'm afraid denied.
Very, very close to. I'm going to. Hang on a minute. Just carry on.
Okie dokie.
How many more have we got left?
1.
Okay, we might have another one in a minute.
And this is a name I recognise, which never bodes well. But let's see. Hi, Kath and Ian. I really love watching both of you. I just asked to be banned, bitches.
Hang on a minute. Shall I phone him up?
Lol. That doesn't sound like an apology, does it?
Let's
Can I
phone
get
him.
unbanned, please?
Welcome to the EE voicemail.
Oh, okay.
He's banned himself.
Let me try and Skype, because this is our caller. Here we go.
Also, very dangerous game saying, can I have my...
Hello?
Yeah. Very dangerous game, Tim, asking for your first ban, because people don't tend to get more than one.
I've just realised that I said like that weird.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
mean
Catherine,
to.
go
honestly.
through the evidence, please. The witness will remain silent until addressed directly by the judge. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Did the judge address you?
Yeah.
You're
Well,
doing no, and you're doing it now. You'll only answer when the judge addresses you. Do you understand?
When
I understand.
She hasn't addressed you.
I understand.
Do you, Tim? You will only speak when the judge addresses you. Do you understand?
I understand.
She hasn't spoken to you. I'll ask you again.
I'm not going to say anything.
Well, you just did. Well, then don't.
Until I address you.
Do you understand?
Do you understand?
Respond to
Clearly-
the judge. Respond
clearly
to the
not.
judge, please.
Rude.
Answer
I
the judge, please.
understand.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Only when the judge addresses you, man. Do you understand?
I didn't even know what to do now.
You only speak when the judge addresses you. Have you got it?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake! I'm sorry, Your Honour.
Well, I think it's justified. Tim, we'll put the question to you again. Honourable colleague.
Okay.
Tim, you are now in a court of law, right?
I know.
This is the Supreme Court. It's owned by Diana Ross.
You should be nervous.
You will only speak when the judge asks you a question. Is that clear?
Yeah.
When did the judge ask you a question? When
Ian,
did the judge ask you a question?
I hate you, Ian.
Okay, that's
you make
fine.
Me feel nervous.
You may hate me. When did
I
the
love
judge...
you, though, Ian. But you make me feel nervous.
Shut up! When... You only speak when the judge asks you a question. Is that clear? Well, is it?
It's clear.
For God's sakes, man!
Order!
Let's carry on with this. We could be here all night with
We
this
could be
muppet.
here all night, and frankly, I'm ageing. As it's been pointed out on several
Are
occasions.
you? Whereabouts are you from?
Stoke-on-Trent.
Shut up!
Shut your face!
You asked me a question. Okay.
No, he's not the judge, though. I'm the judge. That's the trick.
Right, get on with it. Let's read this.
Order needs chaos. Interesting name there. Order needs chaos. Can you tell us a bit about that?
It's nothing to do with like order needs chaos. It's to do with like a scientific thing. Chaos needs order and order needs chaos. That's all it's to do with.
Fair enough. Okay, so lol. Just be like me, guys. When I get close to Bean Band, I actually don't type anymore. Lol. Ah, you've been playing fast and loose with the mods, have you? And crowing about it. This doesn't look good, does it?
I know. I'm sorry. I am really sorry for doing that.
How sorry?
Very sorry.
On a scale of 1 to really, really sorry, how sorry?
1 meaning like really sorry.
No, 1, 2, really sorry.
Say again.
Oh God. Oh, okay.
Don't ask him any questions involving numbers or words.
Okay, so explain to me why it seemed like a good idea to address the chat tonight. Excuse me, I'm still speaking. I'm still speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me why it seemed like a great idea to address the chat at 22:15 this evening with "Ban me, bitches." That seems quite.
Well, can I refer you to the comment before that, 1 minute before? That
I was
got me
trying
signed out.
to have a joke.
Wow, Ian, such a old VOD.
No,
Can I get my
honestly.
first ban, bitches? Ah, okay. So really, you were goading for a ban, weren't you? There.
Yeah,
Can I get my first ban, bitches? Followed, which Lance denied that because of the profanity. Followed a minute later by ban me, bitches.
Yeah, I
Well
was
done, Lance,
just
by
trying
the
to
way. Thank
joke,
you.
like, I didn't know, because I've never been banned before. I thought.
How does it
like
feel?
get
How's it
banned.
feeling? Is it as good as you
Yeah,
thought?
actually, she was bad.
It was Watson. It was Pete that banned him, by the way.
Because I can't type in chat.
No, because it's banned.
I know.
So-
it feels bad.
I wonder whether you knew what you were meddling with, Tim. I think you stumbled in thinking it was all fun and games, and then you realised the fun and games continued without you, didn't they?
That is the truth.
So, unban me, bitches.
I'm
Can I
very
get-
sorry. I am actually very sorry for saying that. I really
Are
am.
you?
Yeah, I am honestly. Like because what I thought it was, I thought like if I said something like that, it'd just be a joke, and well, that's what I thought anyway. I thought like when I said that, it'd be like it would be a joke,
Sniff that bit.
and then they got banned straight away, and it was
Yeah,
like, wow.
funny that, isn't it? You
that-
got what you asked for.
Yeah, I did.
You rubbed the magic lamp, the
Yeah, I
genie
did.
popped up and gave you exactly what you
I do,
desired.
and I hate it now. I hate
Yeah.
it now, and I'm very, very sorry.
I'm going to unban you. But
For real?
if I see you in this court again, so help me God, they will not be a second unbanning.
And no
Oh,
more using
wow.
the B
Thank
word.
you. I
We
love you
don't like
both.
that B
I
word.
love-
No.
Yeah, I know. I love you both. Thank you.
Unbanned.
Thank you so much.
Fuck off. Do we have any more? We should have one more.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're finished.
Because I just banned Lena. And I
He's not
thought
gone through the
that's-
proper-
That snivelling.
He's not gone through the proper
I thought that snivelling
Channels.
little wretch.
Kath. Can you ban Ian, please? He made me eat a poo.
I'll unban you this once, Leno. But you are a snivelling little wretch.
Okay.
That
well,
was-
Let that be a lesson to anyone who thinks they can meddle with the process. Try unban me, bitches. You probably only do it once, all right? Ban me, bitches. You probably only do it once, okay?
All rise. For Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now in session.
0203 286 6370. Hello, Alistair.
Hello. That was absolutely marvellous, all that. I'm just wondering, I was going to make the comment that I wish Catherine had been my judge when I was in court.
She would have sent you. Mate, it would have gone the other way. if she was the judge when you were in court, you would be begging for 10p pieces to phone us up right now.
You'd have been severely penalised, Alistair, and not the way you like.
We have a reverse charges call from an Alistair North in Wormwood Scrubs. Do you accept the
Wormwood
charges?
Scrubs, I'd send him to the colonies.
There we go. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good. I just want to thank you guys for a wonderful week's entertainment. It's been absolutely joyous.
Thanks, man. Thanks. It's good. It's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend,
And-
baby.
Yeah, and have a great weekend. Yes, indeed. Are you seeing the kids, Ian, or not?
I am collecting the kids tomorrow. They're doing something in the morning, so I'm getting them at lunchtime, and then they're leaving kind of sort of Sunday evening about 6 o'clock. So it's a shorter visit than normal, but I bought too many fireworks, so we're going to do some fireworks until they get bored.
You know, we had fireworks and my dad brought round yesterday.
Yeah.
They let them all off.
Sorry?
Every single one.
What?
Without me. They let them all off last night. No fireworks for me.
Oh no! Well, why did?
It's my dad as well that brought them for me.
Oh no! No!
Massive shit.
But it isn't your dad. It's a hologram that because I murdered your dad 5 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, because
this is what.
it was from the most genius
Oh,
Ian
that's
Lee.
terrible. Well, you're not having any of ours.
I don't want any. Fireworks are ruined for me now. I never want to see one again.
So we're doing some fireworks. We're going to watch The Witches and have hot dogs and popcorn, and do some bits and pieces. It's going to be a nice, it's going to be a nice chilled weekend. I had a good day today, Alistair. For various reasons, I hadn't told my college that I'd relapsed, right? And for various reasons, it became apparent that I would need to tell them that, I would need to tell them. Otherwise, it would be possible that someone else might have told them, and. So I woke up this morning with a knot in my stomach, and it was because I thought, shit, I got to tell them, and I got to tell them today. So I shared about it in a meeting, and as soon as I'd finished sharing, I was still in the meeting, and I sent the email saying, this is just to let you know, I know that when we spoke during the interview for this, I was 2.5 years clean. I've relapsed since then. I'm on 19 days, and thank you, man. And I'm being completely honest, and this is what I'm doing to maintain my recovery. And I wrote down, everything I was doing, and I said I will fully respect any decision you make about whether you want me to stay on the course or not, because it's kind of a big thing. And I sent that in the morning, and of course I didn't get an instant reply because they're busy. And I had a couple of meetings in the morning, and an AA meeting, and then I had that AA meeting. Then I had a meeting about the camera that we use, and then I had a meeting about maybe a little bit of work. And I didn't have another. That finished at 1, and I was free until 2:30. And I haven't been out for a walk, Alistair, for months. Unless I've been out with the kids, I'm driving everywhere. So I thought, right, this is what I'm going to do. I went upstairs. I read my Just for Today reading. I got on my knees and I prayed to know God's will. And then I went for a walk. While I was out for the walk, I got an email from one of the lecturers saying, thank you so much for telling us. Sorry to hear that you're struggling. Is there anything we can do to help? And we certainly don't want to get rid of you. We would love you to stay. We think what you're doing is excellent.
Brilliant, man.
Isn't it?
That's
Honesty. And here's the thing, Alistair. Several years in, I've been going to meetings for 16 years. And honesty has never... Are you still there? Alistair? What's he done?
Oh.
Alistair?
Someone's restored his factory settings.
He's run out of 10p's. Alistair?
Hello.
What?
Sorry, my phone, I pressed the wrong button on the phone. But
so it's a boring story.
It's brilliant. And
no, you were saying that several years in, you've realised that honesty's the thing.
Yeah, no, I was just saying honesty, Alistair. I finished on this. Honesty has always worked for me now. Whenever I've been honest, it's always worked for me. It's always been the right thing to do, and it's always been the best outcome. But I still struggle with it. Yeah. I still struggle with handing it over. But it works.
One of the best moments I've had during the steps is when I revealed something I'd not revealed to another human being before.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, for me, one of the most embarrassing things. And it wasn't a particularly nice thing I did. But after telling my sponsor, I just felt so much better. And I don't know why that works, why that is so powerful, but it is. And you feel like you have, you just feel like you're not holding it as tightly to you anymore, and it just feels so much better.
It's
yeah,
getting rid of
well
the
done
shame.
you.
It's getting rid of the shame. It's shining a little bit of light in that dark corner in your disease. It's all kinds of things. So yeah, it really worked, and it's the program in practice, and it worked. You know, it turns out, oh God, it turns out this stuff works.
Excellent. Anyway, well done with the gavel, Catherine. I mean, I think you wield that with absolute power.
I bloody love it. Thank you very much, Alistair.
Cheers.
See you later, Alistair. Thank you, mate.
I think, you know,
Yeah.
we were talking... Oh, bye, Alistair.
There we go.
I think we were talking the other day about how, you know, life paths, you think that you've done something and it's all been a waste of time because it never led anywhere. Well, here's the thing. I was a prefect, then I was head girl, now I'm doing this. Makes sense, right?
How did you become... I'd say that as a joke. It's a joke. How did you become head girl? But someone said
It was
that
a
to
vote,
you.
yeah. We had... it was a vote. Kids voted me.
But some sleazeball kind of called
yeah.
you out on it.
Yeah, I did. To my then boyfriend, which was a little bit silly. Also, it was a guy who'd come to give us a talk about how, you know, if you believe you can achieve. He was supposed to be one of these motivational speakers.
Man.
He'd come to like the prize winners thing, sixth form prize winning night, and he'd been brought in as the speaker. And I'd won quite a lot of prizes, headmaster's prize, prize for languages, all kinds of stuff, right? So I obviously was not
Good.
just there because I had killer tits or whatever, which is what he insinuated. So later on at the sort of drinks thing afterwards, he said to me, and he was like, he was talking to, he didn't realise, but the guy he was talking to was my boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
So I came over, and as head girl, I was kind of having to sort of, be sort of hosting it. And he said, so come on, be honest, tell me how you really got head girl.
How old were you?
17.
How old was he?
50? I don't know, he might have been 40. But don't say that to a kid.
This is at a school.
Is it a school?
He's implying you did blowjobs or something.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. How did you really get head girl? Get the title head girl? Yeah.
And we now, and you're cool with me joking about it, aren't you?
Yeah, because because the joke's on him. What a
I
prick.
will occasionally say, well, how did you really get the job of head girl?
Because
and you're cool with me saying
yeah,
that.
because I know that you're you're not taking the mickey out of me. You're taking the mickey out of him. Fancy saying that to someone at school. At my school.
At school. That's incredible.
But that's the way people used, it's the way some guys carry on, and it's not changed an awful lot. You know, that weird thing happened to me, and it was with a kid this week.
Oh, we didn't talk about this.
No.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
And I still don't know how I feel about it, apart from that I think I need to modify my behaviour because some blokes are sexually aggressive. That's the only way. And it sounds like I dislike men. This is my best mate. I don't dislike men at all. In fact, for a lot of time in my life, I've been like the only woman in certain situations, and I always got on well with blokes. But so I was driving home. When was it? Wednesday. I was driving home after this show, and part of my journey goes through the woods. And I'm driving in this very, very sort of dark patch of road. And I realise that I'm driving past a body on the side of the road, the body lying underneath a bike. So my immediate thought is I've got to stop. Someone's been knocked off their bike and left. It was a freezing cold night, freezing cold, and I had to stop. And I sat in my car for a second and thought, well, obviously this is dodgy, but there's someone there and I don't know who it is. And I don't know how long they've been there, but I'm the only person that's seen them. It's after midnight. I might be the only person that sees them all night. I'm going to have to go and have a look. So I did, and it was a young lad lying on the floor, eyes closed, no movement whatsoever, bike on top of him. His leg was kind of wrapped around his bike as if he'd come off it. I don't know at this point whether he's bleeding or not because it's so dark. And I sort of went, hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
You got out?
I got out of the car, yeah. Because there was a body at the side of the road. I actually thought it might be dead. And I did think maybe I should sit in the car. I did phone you, actually. You didn't pick up.
I was sparked
But then I thought,
sorry.
why am I phoning Ian? I should handle this. I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown person. So with my phone in my hand, I went to look to see what I was going to be reporting to the police or to the ambulance, whichever one was necessary, right? So I got out of the car, and I thought twice, but I thought, I've got to help someone, right? So he's lying there, and he's not making very much sense. His speech is not right, but that could be because he's had a head injury, because I don't know what's going on at this point. So I get on the phone to the ambulance, and I said, this is what's happened. I'm here. She said, all right, I can track you. I can see where you are. I'll send someone out. Is he speaking? I said, well, he can speak. I said, but he's not making very much sense. And to be honest, I can't work out whether he's concussed or pissed or what, but obviously I can't do anything about it. And it's a freezing cold night. We're here in the middle of nowhere, you know, and I can't move him, and I wouldn't move him if I had a chance of lifting him. So so she's about to send the ambulance out, and she goes, can I just have a word with him?
Just going to fiddle about that.
And I put her on speaker, and she spoke to him. And of course, as soon as she mentioned that she was thinking of sending an ambulance out,
he perked up, did he?
Yeah, because I'd said to him, how long have you been here? 3 days. What's happened to you? I've fallen off my horse. So she speaks to him, and she says, right, I think I should send a crew out to check on you. No, I'll be all right. I've just had too much to drink. I fell off my bike. Well, you can't sleep there. You know, it's too cold. You're going to have to get up. So he starts to get up, and he falls over again into a ditch. I have to pull him out of a ditch. And she said, I can't send an ambulance out to you. It doesn't warrant this. I could, and if he won't be examined, if he's saying himself that he doesn't need it, I can't send someone out. And I'm thinking, well, he can't stand up.
Yeah.
So I said, where do you live? And he didn't live very far, and I was about 2 minutes away from the junction where I could point him in the right direction. So I said, listen, I'll wheel your bike. You try and walk in the right direction and we'll go. He was a kid, he was 19. And I'm thinking, this could be my son. This is how I'm thinking at this point. So I'm wheeling the bike down the hill. My car's behind me with the hazards on. And we're talking, and I'm trying to keep it light, and, you know, so what's happened to you? Oh, I've been out with the lads, and they got me really pissed, and they did offer to give me a taxi back, but it's my fault. I said no. I said, well, they shouldn't have let you ride back on your bike. You know, obviously absolutely blotto. He went, well, yeah. And he'd not been there for very long where he was staying, and I got the feeling, I felt sorry for him. I felt like he'd been drinking to fit in, basically, and obviously come a cropper. He was from miles away. So we got down to the bottom of the hill, and we're talking, and I said to him, well, look, you take care of yourself, because these aren't mates to be behaving. Yeah, exactly. I'm like giving him sort of mum advice. These aren't mates. You look after yourself. And God, if I hadn't have found you, God knows what would have happened to you. And I'm thinking, this is someone's boy, right? And then he said, yeah, well, I feel right now that I need to F someone. And I went, oh, well, good for you. Right, well, we're just going to be down here. We're nearly there now. You can see the lights there. No. He said, no, I feel right now that I have to. And they deserve pleasure. This is what he kept saying. He kept saying it over and over. They deserve pleasure like anybody else. They deserve. And I'm like, all right. And then he said, he stopped walking. He went, what about you? I went, what? He said, what about you? I went, no. And at this point, I'm going, what an idiot. All of a sudden, I was walking with this lad thinking, I'm going to get him home, he'll be fine. And all of a sudden I realise I'm on my own with a lad that I don't know in the dark, and my car's back there, and I'm potentially in a pretty dodgy situation. I kept my tone sort of level and everything, but I'm thinking, right, this is over. I'm out of here. So I gave him his bike. Thankfully, the bike was in between us, and he was all over the shop. He couldn't have got me if he'd have tried, but it just turned. You know, it'd not been that atmosphere, and it just turned. So I gave him his bike and went, right, well, see those lights over there? That's your building. I'll be off. And I walked back to my car, and I was trying to keep it calm, and I didn't want to let off kind of victim vibes. But I was kind of looking over my shoulder, making sure no one was coming after me. And I don't think he could have anyway. I don't think he could have turned his bike round. He could barely walk. But I sort of sat in the car for a bit, locked the doors, got home, and I was sort of unpicking what happened. And I was thinking, right, this isn't on me, actually. This is on him. And he's pissed and everything, but I've never said shit like that to someone. And the fact that he went to that place suggests that there's something in his mind that kind of is potentially quite sexually aggressive, right? But I got out of the car. Not my fault, but was that a silly risk? Or is that what anyone would do because I didn't know if it was a man or a woman or someone. runs with scissors. Off you pop if we're holding you up.
Goodbye, mate.
I look forward to speaking to you maybe Friday.
Nah, I'm banned. You're banned. Go on, jog on.
It's a long story because it's complicated.
Well, no, you ignore it. Don't even. That's.
So I got home and I sat on the drive for a bit and I thought, was that a stupid thing to do? I don't think it was. It shouldn't be a stupid thing to do, should it? It shouldn't be a stupid thing to do to see a body at the side of the road and going to help someone. But unfortunately, we live in a world where you can't trust people. And I'm really pissed off, and I know a lot of women feel like this, at this kind of shit. Why can't I just do something for someone else and be seen as a person rather than, a target? I don't think I asked for it. Of course I didn't bloody ask for it. I helped him out, pulled him out of a bloody ditch.
Well,
and I don't regret it.
Saved his life. He could have died of pneumonia.
And I don't regret it. And I would hope that if my kids ever got in that position, that someone else would help them. But probably will change the way I react in future. Probably will. At first I was thinking, no, it won't. No, it won't. This is what I did the right thing. He did the wrong thing. It shouldn't change how I am. But I could have been telling a different story, or I could have been keeping a different secret today. And so I'm thinking perhaps what I should have done was stay in the car and call the police, but then I could be sitting in a nice warm car while someone's dying in a ditch. But that's just because we don't bring our lads up right. We don't bring our lads up right. I think we're failing them, because if that's how they see women, it's shit. And, it's 20, and we're still dealing with that. And I know he was drunk, but there's no excuse, is there? Anyway, so that's the end of the story.
How do you feel now?
It's just added to the list of shitty things that have happened. And, you kind of dismiss them. And I did spend a lot of time trying to minimise it. Because it's, but the boys will be boys defence is bollocks, and it enables this sort of behaviour. So, yeah, that's what happened.
You did the decent thing. You possibly saved his life. My suggestion would be to anyone, male or female, that, because I know where this happened, it's not a rough area, but it is dark. Stay in the car.
Yeah.
But
so that's the sort of place where people can get hit and left and run and die.
Yep. It's
And it's sad when you have to sort of double check before you do something human.
Now, I have a slight confession to make. Today I got really angry thinking about it. So I posted on a local Facebook group.
Right.
A little summary of what happened. And just saying, thanks to the dickhead who did this. It was up there for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes I thought, it's not my story to tell. I took it down, so I'm really sorry.
Okay.
And I told the story, and a couple of people said, this isn't the right place for this. Someone said, that's horrible. And someone said, is the F still going?
There you go.
And I said, yeah, because jokes about rape are so funny. He said, no, that's not how I read it. I read it as he fancied your mate. And then a woman wrote, yeah, that's how I read it.
Well, there are more charming ways to talk to a human being you're interested in.
Is the F still going?
And that's the thing. Bit of fun. Boys will be boys. And that's how it continues.
So I'm sorry for putting that. I was literally on 10 minutes. Wasn't my story to tell, but I was so angry.
I know what you mean.
But I shouldn't have put that on there. I didn't mention your name.
Do you know what I was thinking? That, I was unpicking it and trying to work out what happened there. And, for part, I did still feel sorry for him because he's a lad on his own, miles away from home, and he's obviously out of his depth.
But that's not...
But that's not my
his
problem.
thing.
That shouldn't be my problem. And if this had happened to my friend, someone other than me, I'd be bloody furious.
It's horrible.
But as it is, I'm just wondering... practically how I would get around it next time. There won't be a next time.
Why do you have so many adventures on the way home? You saw otters the other day, you got lost one day. All these things
Because all the fun things happen after midnight.
All these things happen to you when I'm Sparko.
Although you have rescued deer.
I did rescue a deer. That was magic. That was magic. Let's go to Tim. Hello, Tim.
Hi there. I was just wondering if I could share a story that I haven't said to anyone else along the same lines of something that Catherine's just said.
Yeah, of course you can.
Right. Yeah, so I was in a amateur theatre group, and we were just sort of sitting around waiting to get, just before we were waiting to go on, sort of thing. And one of the old.
Oh, we've lost you, Tim.
How old are you? And
Hang
I
on,
said
we
15.
lost you, Tim. We lost you. So we got the amateur theatre group, and then you dropped out.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So I was in the theatre group, and we were just sitting around waiting to go on. And one of the gentlemen started talking to me, and he said, "How old are you?" And I said, 15. He then squeezed my leg, quite high up my leg, sort of my thigh, and said, "Oh, you've got another year yet," which made the rest of the group laugh. And I remember thinking, I don't like that comment, but I don't know why. And obviously now I know why.
Yeah.
It's completely inappropriate and perverse. And it's just one of those things where, firstly, I wanted to finally get off my chest and say something, and that is as far as it went. But I've always felt disgusted, I think is the word I choose to use. And it is just really quite horrible out there, and it does happen. Obviously, with the situation that Catherine was talking about, that was male-female, that it does obviously happen male to male and female to female and all sorts of things. So
I think it primarily. I do think it primarily happens. Male to female. I think that is the kind of the society. But you're absolutely right. Yes, there are all. There's every combination you can think of, and it's what people perceive as a vulnerability. Some people perceive women as vulnerable. Some people perceive 15-year-old young boys as vulnerable and able to take advantage of, and it's horrendous. Having had similar things happen to me that went further when I was 14, 15, that feeling is horrible, but you can't quite work out why. And I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. That's are we the first people you've told about that?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'm sorry that happened to you. It's shit, and and it's on him, unfortunately.
Yes,
but I know
it
that
does
feeling.
Make you, yeah.
I know that
it
feeling.
does make you wonder that if you're trying to get somewhere with me, who else has either turned you down or what else? Where are you being unsuccessful? Which sounds horrible, but
no, it's not. That's the thing, right? We always kind of rein it back, going, "Oh, maybe I'm being." No. You're diminishing it in your mind because it's the opposite is horrific to think about. And here's the thing: he did that in front of other people. Imagine what he does on his own.
Yeah. You're quite right. Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
You sound like a good
No
person.
worries.
I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you.
See you soon.
Timed out Crew Dog. I don't know if you can find the comment that timed him out.
Let's see.
How do you see the comment? Anyway, he said basically, well, this is 2020. I bet, I don't know if he said I guarantee, I bet that if that happened to 10 women, at least 3+ would have said yes to the F.
Bloody hell. You watch too much porn.
That's a ban, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ban him.
You're
That's
watching too much porn because that's not real life.
The mods have a motto: if in doubt, time out. Time out is always great, but that was a ban.
Yeah,
right.
that's speaking for sensible people and not just for women, but that's not the way things work. And you should not be shocking someone into having sex with you. You shouldn't be shocking someone or threatening someone into having sex with you. I'm sorry I have to explain that to you in 2020, but it would appear you're getting a lot of your lessons from porn.
Gatford says, yeah, but the thing is, it's 2020. I guarantee if that scenario happened to 10 women, I bet 3+ women would agree to the F. Gatford? Oh, then later he says, that's what he posted. Oh, you just avoided the ban, Gatters. You just avoided the ban. Right. It's my
porn is not a ruin modern relationships, travel blooms. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're getting your sexual instruction and your relationship models from porn, then you're getting it from the wrong place because I hate to break it to you, but it ain't real.
Porn's not helping. I think porn can be great. Porn can be great if you're on your own and if you're in a couple that likes porn. It can be great, but it's also it's effing up everything. My food technology teacher used to make the naughty lad sit next to her and used to feel your legs under the table. Lol, wank bank heaven as a teenager.
Okay, well,
imagine that the other way round. It's a bloke doing it to a girl. Ban.
yeah, what you're describing there is paedophilia.
Yeah, and I get it. You know, as a teenage boy, there were teachers that I fantasized about sexually.
But again, that's old-fashioned modelling, right?
Yeah.
That's flipping Carry On films.
If you know, and there is still a part of me that thinks, oh, a teacher, you know, touching up the kid's legs, that a female to a male, because I was that horny 14-year-old boy once, and there is still a part of me that goes, oh. But whenever I do that, if I can't think beyond that, all I've got to do is just think of it the other way around. It's a male teacher doing it to a 14-year-old girl. Instantly, I can see it, and I'm able to flip it back.
Listen, as soon as there's a power imbalance, it's abuse.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. It's just there is a part of me.
No, it's traditional. It's a traditional thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's twisted.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as people fetishising schoolgirls. We all know that it's not right to honk at schoolgirls, right, in their uniforms now, don't we?
Yeah, I've always struggled
some
with
people
those school reunion parties.
But we used to get honked when we were going to school, and people yelling stuff out of vans because the schoolgirl thing.
Right, should we find a changing rooms?
Yeah.
Someone emailed us. Oh, tell you what, let's do the sponsors first. Catherine, you give us the sponsors while I start with G-Law. Big up the Gregory.
glaw.co.uk. They are family lawyers. They'll help you out when you're getting divorced. It's a shitty time. They will not make it any worse.
I'm really sorry.
What's the matter?
What the fuck is this, man? On the bubbles, blurred lines. 16 years of age is wrong in many other countries. So, explain that.
What are you justifying
now? Explain that now, because that to me is that doesn't sound great.
Also, blurred lines, whether you're referring to the song or to the concept, blurred lines is the defence of an arsehole, right?
Yeah. On the bubble, it was legal in 13 was the age of consent in Spain until 15 years. What are you saying? I would like an answer right now. Because, I don't want any ambiguity on this channel about 16 is sketchy as an age for sex. What does that mean?
Well,
what does it mean 16 is
Are we talking
sketchy?
about... Right, so 16, obviously, the age of consent. And we're filling in a lot of blanks here on the bubble because you're keeping it quite brief, and I'm wondering
Oh, do you know what? It's just a ban. I'm not...
Are we suggesting that it's okay for adults to be having sex with children?
It's a...
Because that isn't sketchy. That's obviously
a ban.
wrong.
We're not having that. That's a ban. We're not even having that. Right. Blimmin' X says Crazy X Club. What have I joined? I don't know. We're talking about our sponsors. Right. No more interruptions. Catherine, please.
Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. They are family law solicitors who will not make things any more dramatic than they already are. In fact, that they make it their mission to ensure that your family has a smooth transition into their new life. Living in different homes, you may not be able to live together anymore because you didn't get on, but there's no need to stir things up because you're still mum and dad at the end of it. So there we go.
Shouldn't my teacher get the ban, not me for saying it? No,
because you said you were putting it in the wank bank.
You said
I think your teacher said that.
Yes. Let's Poseidon Safety Management. Man guarding, guard dogs, mobile patrols, Devon and Cornwall, Poseidon. We haven't looked at their website for a bit. Let's go and have a little look. The website, Poseidon Safety.co.uk. Poseidon Safety, security experts in Cornwall. Started way too deep there, didn't I? What was that about?
I thought it was very impressive.
Way too deep. Man guarding, providing a highly visible, deadly black tarantula. No, hang on, what?
Deterrent is no longer the sole purpose of a security officer. Our officers provide a key contact point for your staff, visitors and customers. What they're saying is that they have brains.
I can see this.
As well as muscle.
I don't know if we can make this bigger, but you can see that dog's peen.
That's a foot.
Gosh, that's long. Patrol and response, eviction support, raid division, vacant property inspections. Need our help? You can give them a call anytime. Don't phone up and say peen. Poseidon Safety Management offer a unique customer-focused, quality-driven alternative to traditional safety and security management suppliers. They're also good people, a friend of the show, and I would go and follow them on Twitter at Poseidon Safe. Because
There's a lovely little bromance developing
Yeah.
between them and Richard Gregorian.
Yeah. It's well,
It says
something's
bromance, but
going on.
there's going to be a fight.
Abbey Care, what a joy to have this. Abbey Care Group, the specialist addictions recovery clinics. They have centres in Glasgow and Gloucester. Beautiful places. And absolute, I have been to the Priory, not to stay, but I saw a psychiatrist there, and I'd go to NA meetings there and stuff, and it's great grounds. The reason I'm saying this is this is significantly cheaper than the Priory, but also it's got stunning grounds, and what's great about it is you're separated from the outside world. I would imagine there is certainly some confiscation or certainly some control over your phones and laptops. I would suspect you'd hand them in, or I don't quite know here. But you're there to focus on why you're there. The distractions are taken out. You're not just around the corner from a Mackie D's. You're in this place. You get fed, you get washed, you sleep there. It's residential, and it's got stunning scenery. Being at nature is great. As it's powerful stuff. So abbeycare.co.uk. If you mention this show, you get 25% off. And we say goodbye to 34sp.com. Sensibilium says, my website existed in 1999, regardless of what Ian said when he reviewed it. Lies. I did non-proof for proof. Lies. 34sp.com are kings, by the way. No, not lies. Those are good. We've had such a joy working with Stuart and with the team, and an honour, absolute honour. Patsy's come to say goodbye, haven't you, Pats? What an honour to have to be able to say your name 3 times a night, and we thank you for the support. Ethical, Faith, got your email. We'll talk to you in a minute. Ethical web hosting, small team based in Manchester. We're talking about Manchester. We all love Manchester. Use the code TLNA. The Late Night Alternative is what that stands for. The name of the show, TLNA. You get 3 months free web hosting for free. I think that's going to last forever. They ran a competition building up to their 20th anniversary, and 2 of our viewers won 2 brilliant prizes. It's been a joy. You'll hear more about 34SP because I will be building the Late Night Alternative website at some point, possibly next week. And it's being hosted by them, so you will hear more about them. But Stuart, everybody, thank you. It's been a pleasure. We hope that you're happy with what you have heard and what we have said. So thank you. Next week we are full for the next couple of weeks. Next week,
we've got a really good one. Not that the others aren't brilliant, but we've got a really good one.
I mean, should we play a bit of it?
I think we should.
JPU Records, right? This is great, right? We got. Let me get to the right thing. Sorry, we got. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Here's Tom. So I need the thing from Tom. So first of all. Sorry guys, my emails are all over the place. I'm just trying to find, because Tom emailed and it went to the spam. First of all, okay, so how do I download this? You're going to be hearing a lot
from these guys.
I wonder
if we can get those outfits.
You're going to be hearing a lot from these guys next week. Okay? All right? And let's play their song, which is, I've got so many windows on here. I didn't know what to do. Let's play. So basically, we got a really wicked Japanese Christmas album, and some more, some bits and pieces as well. It's not just that, but we got that. So let me just find their song. Their song is track 15 on here. So have a listen to this, man. This is great. This is them. This is wonderful. Here we go. Listen to this, man.
Shaw.
That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting for now. Next week, and we got a discount for that as well.
Divine Author saying my new ringtone. I think a lot of people will be getting that.
Mate. Oh, JPU Records is here. We'll next week, right? It's a Christmas album that you are gonna love. We spoke to Tom today from JPU Records, who I've years ago I worked with. I put very loosely. I've met before, and I said, we'll sell you 100 of these. So this is like having Viz on board. Viz just flew. The subscriptions flew. You are going to love this.
Yeah.
Well, let me put the
King Mike UK says it sounds kawaii. It is. It's kawaii and sugoi.
Sugoi. Let me put. Okay, I'll put the link. We haven't started advertising yet, so this doesn't count. But let me put the link for if you want to go and have a look. Tom, how do we do the discount? Do they put a code in at the end? I think he said it was a 10% discount in the email. There's the link. Scroll down. You can buy the Christmas album. It's a joy. No more Bitly Twisted. No more at the checkout. What code do they put in, Tom? Is it TLNA? You get 10% off. Let's sell 100 CDs of this, please. I'm buying one. Spiderfish says, I literally had to turn off for 20 minutes. First it was dead people on the roadside, now it's ladies dressed as lobsters. This is why I subscribe. And it really is. Thank you, Tom. There's the link. Scroll down, you click on it, TLNA, you get 10% off of the thing. They're with us for a month, right? This album is wonderful. Some of it's ridiculous, some of it's beautiful, some of it's like, huh? Honestly, there'll be some of you going, huh? But it's a joy. Easiest sell ever. We're going to sell loads of these. It's all Japanese. It's all Japanese. Go and click on the link. We're not doing the advert for them yet. They haven't started advertising. Next week, if you want to advertise with us, latenightalternative@gmail.com. Cheaper than you think.
Yeah.
Hundreds rather than thousands. You can book us in weeks. If you book for 4 weeks, you kind of gets a little bit cheaper. And Ardeen says, oh, JP, you have so much great stuff. Well, we're going to have a look at it. We're going to focus on the Christmas record for the most part, but we're going to have a look at some other bits and pieces as well. But that's a great website, by the way. Let us...
There's someone there. Stretched out. But...
It's lucky with her back to us. Pats is down there. Why are they looking at the wall?
He brought me the footstool to have down here because my feet don't really touch the ground. But unfortunately, it's become the cat's sofa. Anyway.
Right, so someone sent us an email. I got too many windows open because someone sent us. Oh, so Retro Faith Knuckles is here. She sent us an email. Hello, guys. Hope you're well. Are you still here, Faith? Because we're going to read your email. Ian, spell my name right, please. I-A-I-N. Thank you. I wanted to ask if you were popping onto my stream at some point during lockdown. It would be great if you had a little time to visit and chat about retro. I will definitely come and watch you at some point. If you're asking me to come on your channel, I'm in. If you're not, kiss this. Also, did you mention me in an article recently? I've had a few messages from folk, but not sure what happened. Yeah, I wrote, because I do a monthly column for Retro Gamer magazine, and I think it's the Christmas edition, but I'm not sure. I wrote 2 back to back, which I don't normally do. So I think one of them is for Christmas. And normally it's kind of like a reminiscing piece about video games and me being a kid, but in this one I wrote about 3 streamers that I think are fab who do retro games. It was Mr. Zadok, who I love, and no one watches him. Quite often I go and I'm the only person and I love it. It was Black Mario, and it was you, Faith. And I just said, these people are brilliant and you should go and check them out. And it's, it's geeky and it's wonderful and la, 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 la. So it's not come out yet. It might be next month. It might be the month after, because I submitted 2 pieces. And so it might next month or the month after. Namaste.
P.S. Catherine, please give the kitties a stroke from me. Oh my goodness, I'm a slave to the kitties. I have welcomed a new friend into my house recently. Oscar.
God.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That is incredible. It looks like feathers.
Yeah.
This is Oscar. This is Faith's.
Oh, I bet he's so affectionate.
Hang on a minute. Let me get
Unlike the one I actually live with, who...
That's like feathers. Look at this here. That's feathers. Ay, ay, ay.
Does he go the right way up, or is he always like that?
Hang on a minute. I think we can... There we go.
There he is, in action.
Oh, look at that. What a stunner.
It's Beautiful.
I'm having a great time with Big Boy. Big Boy is getting more and more confident. Almost let me touch him today.
Big Boy, by the way, is a feral. Well, we thought he was a feral cat, but actually,
Yeah.
he's probably been owned at some point because he knows how to use a litter tray.
Yeah. He's here. I've got 5 cats now. It's interesting because the hierarchy is changing. But tonight, I've had him about 5 weeks now. Tonight, I could see him. He normally sits on the floor like those chicken things on
That you
bread.
put eggs in, yeah.
And tonight he kind of relaxed a bit, and I was watching him, and I saw him do a big yawn, and I could see he wanted. Cats do this thing where they kind of roll over on their side and stretch, and I could see he really wanted to do it. I was thinking, do it. And he sort of went, and then he stopped, and then he went and he did it, and it's the first time I'd seen his belly.
And a great big yawn.
Oh.
Because at first he would never come near us, would he?
Beautiful.
And he would keep his distance, and his eyes were always on you. But now he started falling asleep in front of you.
Yeah,
and-
it's getting there. He slept on my bed the other night, only once. It's getting there. So I love it. Oscar is a joy. Faith, it is a joy to have you here. We'll raid your channel at some point. I'd love to. If you want us to come on, I'll come on and talk geeky games. If you don't want, that's absolutely fine. It's your channel, but I love it. And can we get a shout out for Retro Faith Knuckles, please? Can we get a shout out for Retro Faith Knuckles, please? Could one of my mods please shout out for Retro Faith Knuckles so we can point people in the direction of her channel? I really would like people. Put the headphones in.
No, because it's making my ears ache.
What, me doing that voice?
Yeah, I think he might be quite close to brown nose.
Please, can we get a shout out? Can one of my mods? Are any of the mods here?
Just me, I think.
Can someone do a shout out? No, not a bigger. I didn't ask for a bigger. I asked for a shout out.
There is. Thanks, Nightbot.
Thank you, King Mike, who's not a mod. Right, anyway, we've got to do bloody...
Changing bloody rooms.
Changing bloody rooms, isn't
These
it?
walls are not going to ruin themselves.
We've got to do changing bloody rooms. So Andy sent us, hopefully no glitches. Here we go. All right, let's see what we've got here.
Lived in a cosily ordinary...
This looks familiar. This looks very familiar. We've seen this one.
Yeah, we've seen this one. All right, Andy, that's
Uno.
One strike.
Room. Ooh, smell the love. Come here.
So I'm cutting all these lovely...
Oh, it's her.
I don't think we know.
We've seen this.
Have we?
I recognise his teeth.
How about you, Claire?
It's quite nice to do that. Anyway.
And obviously...
It's 10 minutes.
We're in.
Yeah.
We're in. We're in.
We haven't seen this one, have we?
We're in.
Have we?
No, we're in. We are in.
Strap in, guys.
There we go. Look, Travel Bloom says, "Oh my God, that Christmas album is amazing. I just streamed some of it. We didn't give you permission to leave the stream. I'll be buying it on payday." There we go. Sold one. We're going to sell 100 of that. I know it because I know something's coming. You go, well, this is our listeners. This is our lot.
This is going to float your Christmas boat.
There we go. Andrea, you failed. Right. Let us go to watch Changing Rooms. New series of Changing Rooms has been postponed.
Oh.
Because of lockdown.
But I have found something quite nice. If you're into this kind of thing, except done slightly better, but only slightly better, there is a thing on iPlayer at the moment, hosted by... Who's it hosted by? Fern Cotton, and it's 3 interior designers sort of pit themselves against each other for a prize. You know, like sort of in a bake-off style, but they do rooms. It's quite good. Me and the kids are quite addicted to it. So have a look for that. Can't tell you what it's called. Google it.
Do what?
Google it.
Thank you. What? This is Changing Rooms. What?
Oh God, do you remember the bloody
You know what it's
tweenies?
like when its little head's a head start.
I love Hammersmith Bridge. I mean, not only does it do the job for which it was intended, I mean, you
Very
tried
quiet.
crossing the river without it, but it's so beautiful.
This is
Look
very
at it.
quiet.
There we go. Useful.
Can you guys hear that? Because that's the maximum I can make it. And that looked quiet on my mixers.
Ow. Ow. Lino says it's
It's
fine.
fine. Well, Lino's new here, so he doesn't know the standards that we... It feels...
In half an hour here on BBC One,
Okay,
after
there's nothing
Lauren's
I can do.
attempts to bridge the design divide.
I love Hammersmith Bridge. I mean, not only does it do the job for which it was intended, I mean, you tried crossing... There we go. Useful and beautiful. Surely the ultimate changing rooms design.
That bridge is
Right, so the theory is
knackered now.
that we've come to is that there's someone who really needs the makeover and someone who takes one for the team. There's usually a nicer house that doesn't really need messing.
Spacebar is your friend, Boyley. And I'll do it this side as well. It's all a little bit all over the shop. Hang on. Sorry. That's me because I'm riding.
Hammersmith in London just over a year ago with their 3 young children.
Here we go. They got 3
And
kids.
this is the room they live, play and relax in. It's a real family room.
That's a great house.
Yeah.
Well, don't touch it.
Smell the love. Come here, come here.
If it's 3 kids in there, it's not love you can smell.
Sorry, I've got to
Chocolate or
Isn't
poo.
it funny the way that love smells like nappies? There is the most enormous amount of love in this room. There's an enormous amount of stuff in this room, and let's face it, maybe it could do with a little bit of reorganisation.
Please come to my house
Actually,
next.
a coordinated colour scheme wouldn't go amiss, but fundamentally, a gentle nudge in the direction of design is exactly what this room needs. Gentle nudge in the direction of design. Laura McCree.
Oh, God. Right.
She's my favourite because she
Across the bridge,
she
over on
hates the people she does it for.
She is something of a, I would say benign dictator, but one of those words is wrong. She does what she wants to do and she won't hear anyone else's side of it.
She's like
And
Brett
then
Michaels from Poison. When he gets questioned by one of the girls, he gets proper angry, right? We're season 2 of Rock of Love.
He gets a sort of square mouth.
And he, I mean, there was one bit the other day, he said, look, if any of you other girls want to leave, you can just, there's the fucking door. And just because someone dared to stand up to him. And this designer has a similar vibe.
But she dresses it up as being, no, we're doing this.
No, we're
but then also, if they push it, she will hammer them into the ground, won't she? And she makes them kind of admit that they're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And admit that they said that this was great and they actually do like it.
Gas lamping, it's called.
Almost.
On the other
No,
side.
no, it's always been called gas lamping.
Gas lamping.
Yeah, it's always been called gas lamping.
Gas lighting?
No, it's always been gas lamping, Kath. Tired. Let's watch this.
The River Thames, Jessica has teamed up with Joe, who lives in this lovely Victorian terrace. Unfortunately, there is nothing lovely about the attic bedroom she's been...
How did they do that?
Also, Derry Girl says, I don't get what the attraction is with bread. Money. Glad we could help.
Watch this, right? And when the van sweeps past,
Yeah.
but then the van is in the bedroom. Watch.
The van is.
Unfortunately, there is nothing lovely.
Oh, someone's done something a little bit.
How did they do that? The van's actually in the bedroom. That's like what's that film that's
Time
a
Bandits.
cartoon? No, the film that's a cartoon.
Snow White.
No, it's a film and it's a cartoon.
Enchanted.
No.
Mary Poppins.
No.
I know. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
The Phantom Toll Booth. That's it. Yeah, the Phantom Toll Booth with Eddie Munster.
About the attic bedroom she's been sleeping in for the past 12 months.
Oh.
And right, so which one of these two couples is it that needs it done, do we think?
There's always one. There's always one that has a.
Oh, I've had bedrooms like that. My bedroom in my first flat I bought was like that, actually, and it was a joy.
Is that the one where you got an egg thrown on you?
No.
Okay.
No. When I was having sex, someone threw an egg through the Velux window and it landed on my back.
Oh, is that what happened? I thought that she was so joyful that she managed to lay an egg.
Well, no, I was inside a cloaca.
Oh.
Excellent use of the word cloaca.
Thank you, mate. I was in college yesterday and they were talking about putting things up a turkey's bum and I wanted to say, do none of you know cloaca? But I didn't. And I thought, oh, Coach Kath is here.
In many ways, I was.
No. I don't like this. You see, I have always seen Green as a trusted friend. But I mean, look at what it's doing to me here. Searing my
those
retinas
drawers.
like battery acid on a marshmallow. I'm so cross about that, Green. I'm not even going to go into the lack of storage, the stupid slopey walls, or even the happy...
They're not stupid slopey walls. They're necessary for holding the roof on.
That is the roof. How is he gonna fix the stupid?
Well, what we're going to do is
slopey?
put some MDF up and close it in so it's a nice box.
Rob, thank you for the bits. Wayne, thank you for the subscription.
border. The happy border that's making me extremely depressed.
Is he doing a one? Is he doing a one-shot intro again?
Yeah, he's doing it. Mark says, are we allowed to talk Trump in here? Nah, I mean, you are, but nah, let's watch Changing Rooms.
In fact,
Someone said, soy,
Where?
Iathasarite says cloaca. No, cloaca.
I don't care what Graham Wynne does in this room, as long as he gets rid of the green. This time it's perfect.
What if he takes a massive dump in the middle of it? Would you mind then,
It's
Lawrence?
brown, isn't it? It's brown. One of the cats keeps shitting in my bath. Not when I'm in it. That would be unpleasant. Well, it is. This is unpleasant. It keeps shitting in the bath. Hello, Pats. And then today there was a massive. I don't know how they must have got it on their tail, because then there's a massive skidder on the bathroom floor. Anyway, sorry, because relevant to this.
Dirty protest at the reassembling of the rules.
There we go.
Because they've got a new person in it. I say new person. Big Boy is upsetting someone.
Yeah.
They're feeling threatened. I've seen human beings behave in a very similar way.
Come on, it's quarter two. Let's rattle through
Now,
this. Come
Claire, Mark, come in here because this has to go. It's giving me a headache. You agreed with that?
Yeah. Agreed. Doesn't go with the shirt.
I
What's-
thought
what's
I'd
it gonna
paint
black?
it this colour.
Oh, wow.
What colour is
Like-
that?
I like that a lot.
Sail
Very
white.
good. Bluey grey colour.
Bluey grey, actually. You're nearly there.
Dusty bluey grey. And it's quite nice chalky paint.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Much better than
Well,
this.
beautiful is maybe a stretch.
Andy says, fill the bath a little before you go out. Now, that's either...
That's genius.
Well, it is genius. I mean, I could just shut the bathroom door. My worry is then that
They'll shit somewhere else.
They'll go and shit upstairs in the carpet in the loft room. Anyway, sorry, we got 15 minutes.
She's done it in the shower before, hasn't she?
Yes.
But how it ties in with our entire design theme is your brief to me was sort of like an old French look, sort of very chic, kind of quite elegant, slightly female. So I came up with that kind of feel.
Wow.
And this would be using...
He does, on the whole, do quite nice things. He's a bit more restrained than a lot of the others,
That room's
isn't he?
too small for that, though. That I would get rid of that.
I don't like bed drapes.
What do you call that changing? The thing you stand behind to take you
screen?
put your underwear over the top.
Yeah.
I don't like screens because you don't. The screen is traditionally to get undressed behind. Well, it's your bedroom.
Yeah, I know, but what's going on there is that they're trying to avoid having to build them very much storage. They'll stick all the shit behind the screen.
I don't have any shit trays. I have litter trays, and I have 2.
Let's proceed.
Toile over the bed, you know that
Toile.
fabric? With linen and so on and so forth.
He's done toile before, hasn't he? No, Lawrence did.
Lena
Printed it up
says-
himself.
Lena says a toilet on either side of the bed, the dream. I don't think they're toilets. I think they're delicate bedside tables.
Although...
Make a big feature of that bed.
We looked at the... when I was selling my flat, when I was with who became my wife, and we were looking to... Was it that? Maybe... Or was it with Tessa? Anyway, one of the places I looked at once had a bedroom, like the main bedroom, and it had like an ensuite. Except the ensuite wasn't in like a separate room. It was just, and we kind of did this in a loft conversion, but we did it better. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, pretty much in the middle of the bedroom floor was the toilet with nothing around you.
What?
It was just like having a chair there, and you would sit and do a shit. You know what a toilet is, don't you?
In the bedroom?
Yeah. But it wasn't hidden behind. I did a loft conversion, and it wasn't
You
quite
box
big
it
enough to
in.
an ensuite, but it was behind a wall.
Yeah.
You walked around behind the thing.
I've been to posh hotels where they'll put a bathtub in the room because it's supposed to be like, sexy.
Yeah.
But
I've
it's
been in
not
shitty hotels in Vegas where they put a jacuzzi in the room, you know.
But it's not so sexy taking a dump, is it, in front of everybody?
We've got 23 minutes to go of this left, and only 13 minutes of our show yet.
Okay.
We have to watch this at twice the
We're going
speed.
to do a sort of fake antique French armoire.
Fantique.
That kind
Armoire.
of feel.
Armoire.
Lots of linen, lots of cream
Amazing.
linen, that kind of stuff. Do you like that?
Very That's good. Brilliant.
Okay,
Listen,
so I'll tell
whatever
you
you do
more
is gonna be
later,
better.
but I think for now, we've got to get cracking. Let's get the kiddie border off.
Yeah.
Get out some more brushes and rollers.
At least they're going to strip that because sometimes they paint over them.
I'm going to keep rollering. Go for your life.
Hi.
Here we go.
What's
Wow.
this? Metallic.
God, okay.
Okay.
Take
She's
it all
looking
in.
so clever.
She's going, first of all, don't mess with me because this is what's going to happen and you're going to like it.
We're in a forest. We're in a forest.
Fantasy, funk, family room.
Flipping awful.
Inject all these wonderful
Fucking
colours. We've got strong colours to bring the other colours out. We've got one area of the room which is for the kids, and then you've got the living side, but really it is one big room.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? Let's bring both
like
the
where
rooms together,
Scarf is
but definitely have two
Keep us all safe.
sort of individual areas, but the same look following through. I love
Speaking of following through, was that brown she had there?
I think I love it. Do you love it? Yeah, I haven't. I'm not sure yet. I think.
Doesn't matter if you're not sure. It's happening.
I think I will.
But is it Mark and Claire?
Doesn't matter. It's happening.
I think it's the kids.
Put the scarf
I
back.
think it's Claire.
I think it's black knickers.
And Mark is pretty laid back.
Yeah, but it's all about the women anyway.
Oh, is this music going to get us in trouble?
It don't matter, you know. Don't wear a mask, guys. It's a hoax. COVID-19 is a hoax. According to the lead singer of that band, not me.
Oh, the green's going. How can she have lived with this green? It's pretty puke.
They're not stripping it. Is that it? Is that off?
Well, he's gonna put the bed. Is the bed gonna? The bed goes there, doesn't it? So the bed's
just
gonna
leave it there,
cover
be-
it.
be fine.
Yeah,
Be-
I think so.
Be really ignoring.
I think so.
True, isn't it?
Oh, it's just horrible.
So
you're happy?
Yep. Learning how to
Get
paint.
shot from the loft space.
You're happy?
Yep.
You're happy?
We're all
Everybody happy?
bonding and working
Yeah.
as one, as a team.
Yeah. Joe's
really looks like the room I had.
really chuffed.
Why are you taking the colour up onto the ceiling?
No, I prefer this colour pyjamas. I like that colour.
angle, but
No, because Lawrence, you know that thing? You should know all about this. Hello?
Yeah.
With the,
Hello?
You know, the white coming straight down there and then a strip of the blue. It immediately, pushes down the whole ceiling height. And what I want to do is treat this blue as like an infinity. And I think with this colour, you might as well just take the whole thing over.
Okay. Of course, traditionally, at this point, I should be, trying to drag out of you the fact that this is quite the worst colour for Joe, that Joe hates blue and dum. But we're not going to do that, are we?
No, she's going to love it.
Yeah. We're not going to do that when we have a much richer vein to
I don't want to
explore.
talk about our
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay.
You don't want to talk about Laura being in your living room.
really unsettling me. I'd forgotten about it and I haven't thought about it for at least 10 minutes.
Oh, she's not that bad. Come on.
She is.
She's lovely. It's just
She's not.
what she might do with our room.
She's going to ruin it.
That's what it's all about. Women in control.
Girl power. Yes, man.
Don't need
Andy
me to
comes to
pay.
help her out.
Don't need me.
No, I'm
Wait for him to call her girl.
making an abacus all by myself. Oh, Dave.
Did she say she's making an abacus?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you don't need me.
I don't.
No, you have to then, girl. What's going on?
Right.
There it is.
Get this off. First job, which I'm starting, is an abacus, which is going to be like a partition, because you've got a kids' room and then you've got the lounge. So I'm cutting all these lovely little squares, which are going to stand.
She knows that children aren't children forever, right? Because an abacus in your room is quite a choice.
Down and paint.
Okay.
But I need you to make the frame. So there's a few things I actually do need you to make.
what theme are you going for? What's the name of this room?
Fantasy funk. Let's call it fantasy funk. True to changing rooms,
Right,
you know?
yeah.
I actually don't need you now. I'll call you when I do. I'm having a great time. It's all about accessorising.
She's
Got
going to
my
come
gloves.
crashing down very, very soon. She's too
No
high.
messing.
She's too up.
I've got all sorts of visions of the worst case scenario.
Oh, hang on a minute. If that's their house and they've got a penguin stuck on the wall, that's the height chart, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're up for an abacus in the door then.
No, that's the house that's going to have the abacus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they
Oh,
won't
right, sorry,
so
yeah.
much of a shock if they've already
There's
got
me
it like
expecting Armageddon
playgroup.
and... whew, actually,
It's pretty manageable, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, it looks nice. Just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Come and take me through it.
Yes.
Step by step.
Well,
It's quite pretty.
yeah. Not too cold?
Oh, I mean, these accents and things like that.
Can we not do the butterflies? It's a little bit.
She does nice boards. Oh, look at you in knitwear.
I thought I could hear your voice.
Like Biggles, you should have a sort of bit of wire in your scarf.
Are we positive or are we negative? Have we got to turn a positive into a negative or a negative into a positive here?
She's used to people hating
There
her
you go.
stuff.
So what it's all about, moving on with design.
Okay.
The one point of debate
Yeah,
at the
go on.
moment are the painted circles on the floor.
Mm.
You know what I think it's like? I think it's a bit like the kind of walk this way of IKEA.
Is it because of the colour?
Just a
Well,
little.
why don't we just do it copper?
Why don't we just not do it?
Just the coppery colour, because it's just a soft contrast then to the dark wood.
Yeah, you're going to have to convince me on that one.
Well, it can be the very last thing we do.
You don't have to convince you, we're doing it.
And I have the power.
You're cooking on gas today, aren't you? It's obviously something
No,
about...
I love this look. This is me.
Good.
This is me.
Good, it's you.
Originality.
Do you live there then? Oh no, you don't.
Original and, you know, marvellous and, you know,
Okay,
quite
now, but sorry,
spunky.
For a second.
Morning, guys. How we doing? You all right? All right. So now look, this is our problem area
Sorry, let me do that and I'll do
here
it.
because basically, Andy, I need to centre up the bed and dress it, you know, like a proper sort of big headboard thing. So all this area here, I need boarded in. Right. Sorry, just a second. Yeah. Boarded in with a panel just running up to the ceiling, and then cubbies here so they're accessed to the side. Is that okay?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
what I was going to say to you, because you... What's the width of it?
Great, 50 inches.
Just over your sheet.
Just over a sheet.
And then we better work out the depth of these shelves, because obviously you don't want to go right back.
No, it's just...
Bring back the dog hole.
Yeah. But I guess we have to have a panel at the back, so all
Miss the dog
stock doesn't
hole.
fall.
Right.
Just stating the obvious. Sorry, Andy.
Don't you? Yeah, you be sorry, young man.
Yeah, you're right.
It's only
Okay.
day one.
They're stripping wallpaper over fresh paint.
Yeah, I mean,
It's an old way of doing things.
I would have thought they'd take that off first.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not a designer.
No, God no.
Yes.
Red veins.
It's easy, isn't it?
Skills.
Yes, mate. This is Yazoo, right? And my kid was drinking a Yazoo chocolate milkshake, so I started going, don't you want? No. What was Yazoo's song? It was what is? What?
Don't stop, don't you know? I'm never gonna let you go. No, go!
That's what I was singing to him, and he was, "What is that a real song?" Because I quite often make up songs and they're brilliant. I said, "Yeah, it's a real song."
She's very cool, Alison.
She's brilliant. I said it's a real song by a group called Yazoo, and he's holding Yazoo, and he's going, "There was a group called Yazoo."
Yazoo.
And I said, "Yeah." His mind was blown. He was drinking Yazoo, then he was hearing Yazoo.
Come hither, dear Lawrence. Once again, I am calling upon the talent.
She's off her
The
nut.
mural I want you to do is your baby.
Is she just being extra and it comes across as
Twatty.
too much?
It's like they have had a big falling out, and you know
She's
when someone
trying to
tries
make it fine?
overcompensate, yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, and then she'll end up in tears later on, drunken in tears.
Yeah, I had a mate like that. When we went to the pub, she was always the one in the toilets at the end.
Okay? We've got these wonderful colours.
Someone says, and we're not into body shaming, so please don't think that this is what we're doing for a second. But
To
let's
do. It's your baby, okay?
Are her knees weirdly low down her legs, says Andy. No, I think maybe the skirt's high and the boots are... Yeah, the knees are in the correct position, I think.
She's got long legs.
She's got long legs.
We've got these wonderful
The
colours.
knees are in the correct position.
We want this branch thing going up and
Shitty
all
brown.
over, multi-directional.
It's a bit like a forest,
You've got it in one.
but no leaves.
No leaves,
So just
butterflies.
twigs. Okay.
But it's taken
Thank you,
something
Richard,
and
for
making it
the,
into something
spree
else.
sub.
So the concept
Oh,
has
thank
come
you for the
from
raids,
forest.
Richard. Lovely to see you.
And I like
We're
the
watching
idea
changing
of-
You want
rooms.
to make it
It's all going
flatter,
wrong.
decorative.
Thank you, mate.
And a little thing, but I'm sure you've grasped this by looking at the mood board. Going to
The what?
inject copper leaf
The-
into it
sorry?
as well, just to
Mood
give it
board.
that.
Oh, it is a thing. I've heard of a mood board before.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there's always a bloody mural, isn't there?
Oh, that's where the furniture is.
Oh,
Ah.
that's where the furniture is.
Don't harm me.
I'm just going over to Graham's.
What a lovely street.
Oh, good for you.
I like streets like that.
I had a boyfriend that lived on a street like that near Highbury.
Beautiful.
It was a good house, that.
Yeah, that's kind of a sort of westish London vibe. That.
What Laura's doing.
Oh, they're worried, aren't they? Obviously.
Do you know what's weird?
What?
Have a look in there. It's actually not too bad.
She's obviously not feeling very well. I'm doing all right over there, though.
I know that she's
done.
terrible.
I've done the screen as well, so there's not very much more to be done.
Okay. Well, I know she's got a giant abacus for you to make.
Fantastic.
Lawrence has been very cool in this episode. I'm enjoying
I
this.
think I might love him.
Yeah.
Hey, girls.
Hey there. Hello.
Has he carried it like that all the way?
Oh, is this? Go on. Sorry. Did someone saying is this Highbury? Is this Highbury? I didn't know if it was Highbury. I thought it.
No. I said I had a boyfriend who lived in a house like that in Highbury.
Oh, in Highbury. You said Highbury. This is kind of Hammersmith way. Yes.
Yeah.
Continue. Continue. Continue.
How are you?
I'm very good. I was told that it was. Oh.
Notice how that room looks a lot narrower now than it did when Lawrence was taking us through it.
Yeah, isn't it funny?
Yeah.
It's very calm for Laura.
It's good, isn't it?
Listen,
Would you like that in your
I wouldn't hate that for a kid's bedroom, but I don't know if I could live with it in my living room.
Boris?
I think Mark and Claire will like it.
Okay, we'll leave it at that one then, shall we?
Andy, how is Mark and Claire doing?
Mark and Claire are doing surprisingly well. A few too many stairs in that house, though, for me.
Yeah. You're keeping them busy.
Of course I am.
So you're happy. How about you, Claire?
I'm not thinking at all about my house. It's not a problem. And I'm focused.
I think you are, because you've been saying all day, I'm not
thinking about my house. Hey, have a go at this. It's really good for getting rid of tension.
It's a good therapy.
You have to squeeze it really hard. And just
So
think,
what do you
just
think about your house?
Laura, don't wreck my house. Laura, don't wreck my house.
Chicken wire.
But I mean, you know,
Chicken
I keep telling
on
myself she's...
on the cupboard.
I've
Chicken
seen
wire.
it done before with that sort of shabby chic French kind of vibe.
Chicken wire though.
Yeah.
Chicken wire's bendy.
Yeah.
You can't help but fiddle with it, and it will break. I love fiddling with
They
chicken
don't care what happens once they've got out.
No.
stylish, she's contemporary. My friends have good taste. It's going to be okay. Yeah.
Going on there.
It's like one of those therapy sessions, you know, you say good things, you think good things, you feel good, it's going to be all right.
What do they look like from the other way around? Because we've got a pleat fabric behind that. You know that, don't you?
No, that sounds great.
I think when they're all cream
Yeah.
and then dirtied up.
And then how do we get rid of the flaky wood bit here?
Well, you should have done that before you put the chicken wire on.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to think of everything.
Where's the fabric going? Is it going over?
Where are both of his hands?
Up.
And then how do we get rid of the flaky wood bit here?
Well, you should have done that before you put the chicken wire on.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to think of.
Oh, okay, I thought his left hand was like grabbing his crotch, and the right one was having a tug inside.
Everything.
Where's the fabric going? Is it going over everything?
Behind.
It could be going over the front at this stage.
This is changing rooms at its finest. I mean, why go to a toy shop and buy a rattly ball when you can spend hours painstakingly pushing little bits of popcorn that you've sprayed pink through the constricted nozzle of an inflatable beach ball?
Say what now? Say what now?
So what's this blue pattern thing
This
called?
is known as toile, which is a sort of very traditional design. It's often associated
Chicken wire
with
is notorious
France.
for keeping moths out.
look, it's wide at the top.
Joe, no, making a
What?
joke saying if you're making a wardrobe
By
with
how
chicken
much?
wire, it's not going to keep the moths out, is it?
Oh, I see.
It's completely wonky. Can we take it off?
Dear. Yes, well, we'll just take that off. Right, get rid of all this nonsense. No.
You gave me such
So
a hard
good.
time for the other one.
Yes, I know. Right.
Oh, I feel so much better now.
Oh, no.
But let me hold this and... Oh,
Yes,
no.
but it's all going to stick. Oh, no. How
Should
much more of this have we
There's
got?
enough to do it again.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. I measured it out earlier just in case. It's quite nice to do that anyway, though, isn't it?
Well, you know, stop the deliberate mistake.
That could be an effect, though, couldn't it?
It
It's kind of
could,
an old wallpaper
But it's
look.
not going to be.
This is looking amazing. I'm loving it, I'm loving it, I'm loving it.
She's...
It is definitely the best room ever.
has
Loving it. Are you
issues.
happy?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Right, all we got to do now is got to inject those circles on the floor and then we just finish and then we get
Inject?
cracking on with these murals.
No, wait, we're not
Muriels?
going to do...
Yes, she said Muriel's.
Muriel's?
The circles on the floor.
We're not.
She Hilda
No,
Ogden?
I really don't think we should do it.
Right. Doesn't matter. All right, we'll sack the circles because you've gone along with everything else. And
What? Someone's had a word. Someone's had a word.
Who is this woman?
I'm so happy and I'm in an incredibly good mood. So we'll just crack on with this. And then tomorrow morning, the finale. Electrician in the morning, lights in these little boxes.
It's the changing of lovely.
It's the night time.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
They'll come in,
All right.
they'll come
It's
in the
looking
circles
very
will be painted on the floor.
Yeah, I quite fancy one myself.
Yeah, well, you
In
might
blood.
get one. 'cause I don't
Everyone
like
in the
look of
chat
them
is
in
blown
your-
away that she
Oh,
agreed
no,
to
only
that.
joking. Looks fantastic. Mark,
she
can you give me a
reasoned.
hand upstairs?
Of course I
And
can.
Claire, if you can carry on with that, that would be brilliant.
These old London townhouses
I
look
know.
beautiful. Most of the flats now.
Oh, wow. God, they look fantastic. Oh,
Someone said, just be a bit looser.
the nappy changing cushions. So you can put a baby on there, wipeable, washable. We like that.
Well,
That's
hang on,
looking
why
good.
don't you
Oh,
put a
and
baby
they're
on a really
fabulous.
tiny square cushion?
They could roll off.
I mean, let's be honest. After the initial rush, it's a tea towel on the floor, you know, or it's on your lap.
On my lap, I was going to
Do it
say.
on the lap.
I've been to places where they didn't have one of the changing facilities
Yeah.
in the toilets. I've sat on the pan and done it.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. I was going to say I missed that. I don't miss that at all.
No, it's really nice to be able to go out without taking luggage.
Lena correctly says, why has she got the same clothes on?
Oh, I wonder if Lawrence has.
I wonder if they all have. I wonder if it's a cheat that they do just in case they have to refilm anything.
Of course it is.
But it seems odd if you can do it set over 2 days. Anyway.
So they're to give the sofas and the seating in the window a little bit of
Well,
jabang.
we don't like. Can I just say, Weldon? We don't like this. We don't like this kind of humour. You could sit on it if you have a. You could sit on it if you have a questionable fart incoming
I would suggest if you've got a questionable fart incoming, you sit on the toilet.
or outgoing. I would imagine. Yes.
So you're happy? Are you winning?
Yep, think
That's
so.
what I
Getting
need to know.
better. Straight
Bit of a
lines.
panic going on now.
Remembering that time my son was kept on an area of 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres as a baby. Yeah, they are wriggly, aren't they?
I'm just checking everything's, on the ball. Right, so I'll see you in a minute.
See you later.
Come on, let's see the side eye on the cup.
Kind of
Chicken
mad,
wire.
really, isn't it, to be taking off all the perfect paint finish.
I've seen that done in like
exactly.
kitchen
We're sanding the cupboard that we just painted.
Because I want it to look old, really old.
Right.
And obviously, if it's really old, some
Hope you
of
had a
the
good
paint
stream
was
with you, by
chipped
the way.
off
Thank you
or,
for joining us.
been scratched off
Been a
or
good show
whatever over
tonight.
the centuries.
Okay.
And this, look, this bit, I think this is the fun bit, shoving on some wax. It's a kind of medium oak wax. And really ramming it into certain areas where it would have got old, distressed, and so on.
Aging stuff.
And then once it's dry,
Alternatively, just have my kids around for a weekend. None of you white stuff will be white anymore.
just take off the excess. You're going to really wait a few minutes.
Hands.
And it just
You've
buffs
been
it
funny
up.
tonight, man. Please try and tone it down.
Oh,
for
that
next
was nice
time.
until you said tonight.
Yeah,
Looks-
I mean,
well, I
generally,
think it's a fantastic finish.
And is it this that makes
They're
it
gonna
an
have forks
armoire
for
rather
handles.
than a cupboard that we went out and bought yesterday?
Dog
Yes.
hole.
I think so.
Now, these
Yeah, I'm
plates
wearing
are
the same. He's
beautiful.
wearing the same clothes.
Sometimes they cast this sort of plate hanging on walls quite as an old-fashioned thing.
Yes, because it's shit.
Yeah.
But there's so many fabulous, funky plates. Like,
The thing is, if you do that though, your dinner just keeps sliding down onto the floor. It's very tough.
I did know someone once whose mum had a whole collection of Franklin Mint kitten plates.
Sounds nice.
I know I was going to say it's right up your street. You used to see them advertised in You magazine. Do you remember You magazine?
Yeah, I do. By the way, speaking of kittens, look at this. This is my little girl.
She's fast asleep.
Hello, pets. I love that she comes and sits on you during the show. Right.
She walks to you, gets a cuddle, and then I have to move out of the way so she can get on my lap.
lovely, gorgeous china plates with
You'll see
wonderful
me do
colours
this.
and designs that you can actually, like we're doing now, use them as a centre feature and they look fantastic.
Okay.
No.
You're yet to be convinced.
Well, no, the frustration is I've got the perfect
What's that tat on the
plate at
back?
home.
Oh,
Is that a
really?
tat?
Yeah. I mean, the perfect plate. To go with that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not interested.
Well, you have had 2 days to think about it.
Well, you didn't show me these ones.
I said, study the drawings.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Oh, are we having an argument?
Here we go.
We're about her trying to help you with your design.
Is this a Mr. Tickle mug? Yeah, we got sent by the brilliant people at Mr. Men and Hello Kitty. Sent us a load of stuff. We love it.
Say, study the plate.
Nobody ever hangs bowls
You really
on
hate
the
surprises,
wall.
don't you?
I do like
You lot are being
surprises,
funny
but I
tonight
find
as
it
well.
difficult
This is
waiting.
great.
What do you like at Christmas?
Yeah, I kind of I open my presents and then wrap them up again so no one knows. I have been tempted already to text Joe.
Really?
And say how's it going, and I have asked quite a few people what it's like.
Mm.
No one will give anything away.
Let's talk about what would be fantastic in that living room.
Here we go.
What would be fantastic? I think
Circles on the
both
floor,
Mark and
plates on
I
the wall.
contemplate moments when we don't have children. And both of us would love a room that when the children are in bed doesn't remind us of running around with the children. And
How about a room where, if you had to do a quite simple sum, you could do it on the wall?
Don't know what that is.
There we go.
That made me really uncomfortable. The him.
Why?
Look at his face. Well, first of all, he's not famous, so it makes me uncomfortable that he's been made a feature. But look at the lines.
Mate, he's just living his life. Leave him alone.
But just look at the lines.
He's not asked for this. He's not asked for scrutiny.
There's so many
Listen,
lines.
we've learnt a lot more about hydration since then.
It won't let me. Oh, look, we've crashed.
And that's because you got too salty.
It won't let me. His face, he's like Phil Cool. Look at that. He looks moody there, pop star. Dead inside. Pop star, dead inside.
Anyway, you said we had to hurry up. What are you doing? Stop messing with this man's face.
I don't like. No, I don't like. Oh!
The cameraman is getting inside tins of paint, in cupboards.
Oh, wow. Is this my stereo unit?
Yes, babe.
Looking good. A bit of MDF
Babe.
painted. That's
These
what I
are the
like
doors
to
to
see.
finish off, darling.
Oh, and all the fretwork.
Darling.
Perfect. Andy, you can do
Yes.
Can we get Gil for the...
All fanny lips.
big
on, one
favour
more,
and paint those for me.
Yeah, what colour?
Just the same colour as the unit, main unit.
Done. Consider it done, my darling.
There it is.
House. Yeah.
I thought he might go for doll, but he went for my darling. That's great.
Done.
Good.
Nothing's a problem with this, Gil.
You've not fully resolved this, have you?
It's a very easy concept.
Yes, I know, but you've not fully
hang on,
resolved
listen,
it.
listen.
It's a concept.
It's a concept which is so simple. You staple fabric behind this pelmet going la 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 la. But the problem is...
Yes, how do you get the staple gun in behind the fabric? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, so why don't we staple gun the fabric to the roof?
Because the whole...
Because you can get up like
Then
that.
this is the resolve of my problem.
Is this the fabric?
Yeah.
LLB destroyed you. Destroyed.
Lawrence knows. Lawrence knows.
It's not very wide, is it?
No.
Oh, God, it's shit. And also, they've not hemmed it or anything, have they? It's just raggy.
I have to stop filming there. I'm sorry. Even I cannot make a curtain out of a piece of fabric that wide.
And you can stop laughing. Look at her.
I think we better find out if
Stop
there's any
filming.
other fabric. Right, I'm just going to leave
He's
the
having a
room.
day, isn't he? He's having a right day.
Can we stop filming? No. Thank you, Mark, for the sub. You've been very funny tonight, Mark. Thank you.
He's having a day.
Room now for one moment.
He's gone off to have a think.
Somebody lock the drinks cabinet.
Just stop it.
This room that we're doing,
What are those circles for? They're not for the floor, are they?
I'm assuming they're going to be tables.
feeling okay about that. I think we've managed to do it okay. I think it's slightly more kiddie than we intended it to be.
I want a room like that to do paintings in.
Yeah.
But actually, even the kiddie bits, I hope, are reasonably...
When I say paintings, I don't mean painting MDF circles.
Hey, McPaul, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
Tasteful.
It's either going to be completely kiddie crazy and bright and colourful, or it's going to be completely neutral and adulty, and I'm going to have to try and make it work for the kids.
Mark and Claire, you were going to have big pink and purple blobs painted on your lovely wooden floor, and you don't now.
It's been really interesting to see how the whole thing's come together, because the colour was great and the ideas were great, but I couldn't quite visualise how it was all going to be. And so it's been great to see how Graham's, without even meeting Jo, has got her completely, and she's going to love it.
As it gets closer, I'm starting to wonder what they've done, but actually, I'm so excited.
Time is really running out. In fact, it has run out. Stereo unit in.
Hang on, wait.
Right.
I don't like these damn things anyway. I hated them all the time.
If you don't know where it goes, am I speaking quick enough? Ask me. Right, clear.
She's off her nut. There's something going on
That's just
there.
leaning right against that wall. Pink table's one there.
She's just taking control.
Shove this in? Yeah?
Perfect.
Oh, for goodness sakes. That's nice. They've done a great job there. It's a little bit
Shitty
fancy.
butterflies made out of feathers.
The bedroom's good. It's a little bit over fussy for me, but it's
This
good.
room
It's
used to
better
be a
than that.
temple to Bilious Green, but then Graham Wynne spent £744 and waved his stylish wand to transform it into this.
Okay. It's better than it was.
It's too fussy for me, but yeah.
My mum would like that. More cushions,
I'd get rid of that
obviously.
tiny chair. That little... I'd get rid of the tiny chair.
You know where that chair's going to end up? With clothes all over it.
But then look at that little wicker basket on the bottom right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. But it's better than it was. Yeah, definitely win.
One of the problems with an attic space is the fact that you've got the weirdest angles all over the place.
Well, that was, one of the big concerns in here, and that's why I
Is
think
he
Andy
sitting on
excelled
his
himself by
foot?
sort of building in that weird
Yeah.
shaped chimney breast.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, I think by painting the whole thing in the same blue, it's unified the space and takes your eye off all the weird sort of little nooks and crannies and strange angles.
Looking around, I would imagine you've spent rather a lot of money on fabric.
Well, I did, actually. I spent £194, but I think it's money that had to be spent and is good fabric. You know, it's not cheap sort of rubbish.
This is 2003, Sergeant.
Storage is a bit of a question mark in here, because...
They always are with these rooms, because, you know, people have so many clothes and yet, you know, they don't have fitted wardrobes, etc.
Apart from this team, we're wearing the same clothes for 2 days.
Etc. So, I mean, we've done our best with our sort of fake antique French armoire, which I think has come out really, really well.
Does look all right, apart from the chicken wire.
Well, I can manage to put my shoes in that, but where am I putting my clothes?
Got all this hidden storage at the side of the bed, and also, you know, we've given her a screen. I think we've addressed the issue of where the clothes are going to go
is the
as
storage
much as
hidden
we
behind there?
possibly can.
Oh,
I said to you, put me pile
You're
all
pleased with
behind
the
that.
room. Mark and Claire are so delighted with the room, they actually don't want to go and see their room now. I'm very impressed by the room, but what will Jo think?
Well, in this particular instance, I have no shadow of a doubt she's going to like this.
Open your eyes.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow, it's a girl's room. It's amazing.
You've got a whole cupboard.
And it's not built in. Oh, it's fantastic.
Do you not notice that there's a slightly different shape to the room?
Yes, you've pulled it out.
And...
No,
got
that
shelves
funny
behind there, and
little
it's just
weird
got shelves.
shelf thing.
Exactly, but also there's storage in behind there as well.
No!
Yeah.
That's too exciting.
I've done a good job. I
Storage.
approve.
That's
I approve.
amazing. And is this my linen?
That is your linen. That is your French linen.
Wow.
Reincarnated as a bedspread.
That is fantastic.
Augmented by new linen.
I really like new linen. Really like
Very
new
narrow
linen.
bed.
Nice little tables.
Do you know I like it wide?
Fantastic.
Super
I
king.
really really
King
like
says
it.
probably the best room I've seen. Whatever.
It's very good, isn't it?
It's very
Dunk
good.
Fox, thank you
and
very much for the
it's-
sub.
It's not leopard print.
Yesterday, this was a room filled with
we
love
go.
and a lot of stuff. It needed a nudge in the direction of design, but Laura McCree gave...
Thing is, when you've got little kids, you do have a lot of stuff.
And you can't...
And it gets on your nerves, but then you come to a time when you haven't got all that stuff in the house anymore and you miss that. Can't win. Now I've got loads of cat toys on the floor where the kids' toys used to be.
Jalford says keep your eyes on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
There's going to be spots, I bet you.
Gave it something of a shove with £747.
Bags.
No.
She really is awful, isn't she?
As ever with you, the colour scheme is extremely sophisticated and
Is it?
you know very, very original. And I
Yeah,
do
it
like
looks
the
like
wall
they've just
treatment,
hidden it in
and I
another
love the
room, Paul.
simplicity of things like the muslin curtains with the butterflies over the storage.
Do you know what it is for me?
What?
It's magical. It gives two different atmospheres. It's fun and it's funky and it's full of life when everyone's here, but you can also relax. When you're on your own and the kids are in bed, you can cuddle up on the sofa.
And look at your shopping bags.
Your bag for life.
Actually, I've been wondering what I could do with mine. I've just got a pile. I should be sticking them on the wall. I'm an idiot.
And it is just a place to chill. Fantasy
Floor is
does it
clear.
both ways.
Yeah, but
That abacus goes straight away because
What is it
it's separating the room, but
But it's
you're
not,
making the room
though.
smaller.
It's not separating the room, though, is it? It's... And also, it's, like, directly in front of the fire.
Yeah, okay, go on.
You spent quite a lot of money, actually.
Yeah, but
she bought a load of shit, that's why.
You think about it. We've got the light boxes. I think they worked out about £40 each, so that's £80
Yeah.
if we had an electrician. The paint, altogether about
What? Are they stools or are they tables? Like two freestanding...
I don't know what's going on. I just don't
£200 in the
understand
paint.
it.
We had the gold leaf.
Little kids are going to have all this over.
The butterflies, the flowers. I mean, the abacus, that was about £75.
Do you think they're going to like
She's
it?
tried to make
Of
a
course
soft
they're
play
going to
area
like
and
it. They're
looks
going to
shit.
love it.
Soft play area with 2 cushions
And two...
and a really pointy, hard abacus.
And 4 blow-up footballs, beach balls with popcorn in.
Popcorn in. What are kids like?
Michael says it's not even a good abacus. You can count to like 16 on it.
Yeah, very simple sums.
Claire, Mark.
Also, you have to be an adult to use it.
Look at his widow's peak.
What is your problem with him? He did not ask for your
I'm fascinated by widow's peaks.
widow's business.
Open your eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I hate it.
Okay.
She hates it. He's
I
going to
hadn't
pretend he likes
expected
it.
this. Was that you on the wall?
A little bit. Some of mine are over there, but the majority of them are actually Laura and I think
There's a
Jen-
magazine rack. There's a magazine rack. You
Well,
know
it's
the
not
kind
really-
where you can hold 6 magazines.
Yeah.
They're useful because I only have 6 magazines.
Also, to me, it looks like that's just lent against the wall.
Oh
is it?
my
I think a
god.
lot of them.
I love it. This
Nice
little bit
tables.
over here.
Okay, well, because I was beginning to say that it sounded a bit as if we were skirting. Oh yeah.
Oh no, the abacus is great.
Oh good.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Okay. Can I
Hang
drag
on a second. Hang on a second. Jalford. Hang on a minute. What did Jalford say? The widow's peak is when the hair kind of comes down to like a point there. Jalford says, because this is important. I love the abacus. Said no one ever. That was
wait.
about 5 minutes ago.
Oh no, the abacus is great.
Jalford, that I should time you out really.
But also, what if the sum gets hard and you've got to use the top row? You have to wait till you grow up.
Also, that's not based on the decimal system. That's based on whatever the 4 system will be.
Oh good.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Okay. Can I drag a bit of an opinion out of you
Yeah.
though? I mean, a specific opinion about
An
the way
honest
it looks.
opinion
An
about the way it
honest
looks.
opinion about the way it looks.
I think it's going to take a little while to get used to it.
And that's what
I'm
you
not into
want
the
in a room in your
butterflies
house.
or the plates.
Yeah.
Plates coming down, butterflies are going.
I'm not going to relax in this as it is,
Right.
but that's because I'm still in shock.
Because it's your house and it
But
looks
maybe
terrible.
it will become like a foresty nature thing where I'll feel relaxed because of what it will evoke.
Yeah. Okay. We're finding a constructive place. Actually, it's interesting because I do have a message from Joe.
Oh yeah.
which is that it could have been a lot worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how
yeah.
much worse?
Well, over a bottle of wine tonight, you know, maybe Joe will regale you with the tales
And
of
then
the things
suddenly-
that they didn't do.
Yeah, I want to know.
There's a bit of chatting to be done.
They're never going to speak again.
Come here.
Well done. It's okay, we still like you. We're okay.
Huey. That's what happened when changing rooms came to Hammersmith, and I'm sure there's some kind of joke about water under the bridge and stuff. But anyway, see you next week. I know.
She's a terrible, terrible.
Is he going to grab hold of someone by the neck like last time?
If you have a room that needs a stylish and
fine.
sophisticated makeover, then grab a pen and write to us at the following address. Changing Rooms, PO Box 32712, London, W14
How's about
WZ,
that
or
then?
check out the website
Where I
for
live
more
in an house.
details.
Oh,
There we
that was
go.
lovely, wasn't it?
Thank you. That was fun. What a lovely week. It's been a good week for the show. Tonight was great. I thought you were. That buzz is there again.
Yeah.
It's right. It's because it's touching the cable. It's because I've moved something here. It's all. What it is. It's this cable. If it touches a power cable, then. Hang on a minute. Let's go and unplug the mic. I just need to get it off a power cable. I'll do that. It wasn't there for the whole show. Ian, use this to play YouTube videos in the correct aspect ratio. Nah, I'm all right.
Oof.
I'm all right. Thank you, everybody.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. It's a long way. It's half past midnight nearly. Well, should we go and do a cheeky little raid?
Please.
Thank you for all the subs and bits.
Thank you so much for your company.
Click follow. If you've not click follow, click follow. We're over 12,000 followers now, so click follow. That'd be nice. Podcast, all of that stuff. But you know.
We'll be back on Monday. You know we will.
Let's go and find. First of all, let's go and see if there's anybody on that we know. Let's see if there's anybody that's on that we know. Screen 2. Space Boy. I don't know. There, random British dude. Young Khan. Storm Chase. Hey, who's Storm Chase Angel? She was the.
White! Yeah!
Should we go?
Yeah, let's do that. She was
digging
nice.
That's the kind of energy I want tonight. She's a really nice young woman. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, I was trying to copy and paste. Let me just come out and let me just go back. And I'm going to copy and paste. She's a fun stream. You'll enjoy this. Not a lot. You'll enjoy this. Thank you, everyone. We will see you on Monday. I might do a bit of stuff of the week. I might do some stuff Sunday night. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for all the subs and the follows and for
Oh, sorry. There's a cat.
Daddy Dino.
You guys want why
Hope things
everyone
pick
wants
up.
me to get a
Hope things
green
pick
leg.
up. We're off. Ta-ra.
Good night.
Green. Why green? For Deku or something? Like Deku says, yeah, I knew it.